At the Spotify headquarters.
Most of Kendrick's listeners are Android users because they're from India.
Well, he didn't drop an album this year, you know what I mean?
So you're not bumping GNX from last year. You're not still bumping Not Like Us.
Well,
Euphoria. The greatest rap battle of all time. Like, that's your guy.
There's this one guy that always comments trying to challenge one of us to a fight. It's usually me. I don't know what his name is, but message me on IG.
We say, let me see them numbers.
You know what I mean? The biggest fall-offs. The biggest clout chasers, the biggest gossip girls, and the major waistsuits of the year.
Let's get it! Let's get it!
He literally went from being Drake's shooter to okay, I don't want to say the other extreme of that.
Bonjour everyone, bonjour, hi, my name is Sam. I just want to thank DJ National Wave.
I'll interview a snitch. I'll interview a murderer. I'll interview all kind of people, and people say, oh, that's just for the clout.
We love hip hop.
Right. So wait, what did you want to talk about in the pre-topic? Something about the Spotify wrap-up?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that we should all show our Spotify Wrapped or whatever, whichever streaming service we use.
I didn't even look at mine yet.
You know, to see.
So what, the music aspect of it are you talking about, or just anything? Because I listen to a lot of programs.
Yeah, I'd say music and podcasts.
Okay, so let me take a look over here. Let's look at the Wrapped.
Here's my qualm with it, or not my qualm, but the reason why I haven't looked at mine is because I use my Spotify for gigs. So it's bare cocktail music, background music, random lounge music. So Michael Bublé might be what am I, just something random.
So
you don't use another streaming service?
For personal, yeah. No, I combine both.
Really,
I use personal and business. I have one Spotify account.
You got yours yet? I got mine.
Okay.
Whose music is that playing? Oh, that's mine.
Oh, okay.
My Spotify rap is playing music out of it.
Okay. I got my top 5 genres, but are we just looking at artists, right?
Go for artists for now.
What? Since you were, okay, your listening age, 62. Since you were into music from the late 70s, you're an old soul because of all the background music I be playing.
Damn.
Mayor Ida James. Okay, so.
Okay, so what's your top 5?
You say yours first.
Okay. Number 5, Darren Falana, Toronto artist, or Brampton artist. Salute to Darren Falana. Number 4, Ghostface Killer. Number 3, The Clips. Number 2, Tory Lanez. And at number 1, Drizzy Drake.
Jeez. Number 1, Drake, eh?
Hey, man. I'm a real one, bro.
OVO Friday.
Send the chain.
I hate my top 5 because it is reflective of all the wedding playlists.
I mean,
with a couple personal. Number 1, Michael Bublé.
This guy started with number 1. You're supposed to build the suspense.
Yeah. Number 5 is Elton John. It's even worse, bro. Cold heart.
Hold on.
Number 4, Big X The Plug. That one was me.
Okay.
That one was me. Number 3, Coldplay. Weddings and a little bit of me, but mostly weddings.
Yeah.
Number 2, Offset. That was me from the album.
So you're not playing Offset at the wedding?
I don't play any Offset at a wedding unless it's the Migos.
You only hit for the club.
And then I guess number 1, Michael Bublé, bro.
Wow,
crazy.
man.
That's what I'm saying. This is
yours is skewed.
Mine is skewed.
So you're not slapping at Michael Bublé in the car on the way home?
I rate Michael Bublé, but not on my ones. You know, I'm just driving.
I can't see that, bro. Actually, I can't see
I could see it, low-key.
Mine is a little skewed as well because the dance hall that I play, I just run my mixes or I run a mix or something. So there's no dance hall artists on my top 5. So,
interesting.
So this is the stuff I'd be playing if I'm not bumping dance hall. So number 5, Tyler the Creator. Mud. Number 4, Vampire Weekend. Which is
who the hell is that?
It's it's a band.
Yeah, it's an alternative kind of band.
Yeah. But they've I've been bumping them since like I want to say high school.
Okay.
You know, but like, they kind of make like alternative like rock type music, but like it's kind of, it's not like heavy rock. I don't like heavy metal type rock, but like they have some good albums still. Like every album is fire. Okay,
I'm into it. Okay.
we'll keep it going. All right. Number 3, Kendrick Lamar, King
Oh,
Kunta.
shit. Hold on.
Okay.
Thought I was gonna put an air horn in there, eh?
I was hoping for air horn.
No, bro. Why is it number 3? I thought you're the head Kendrick correspondent over here on the podcast, bro. Number 3?
Well, he didn't drop an album this year. You know what I mean?
So you're not bumping GNX from last year. You're not still bumping Not Like Us.
Well,
you know, Euphoria. You know, the greatest rap battle of all time. Like, that's your guy.
GNX is still in my top 5 albums, so we could do albums after if you want as well. You know?
Okay.
But yeah. So number 2, Playboi Carti.
Okay.
And Playboi Carti did drop an album this year that I had on repeat for a long time still. So
take notes, gang. He likes Playboi Carti more than he likes Kendrick. But keep going.
And then number 1, this is kind of a...
I wish I had a drum roll.
It's not Drake. Thank God. It's not Drake.
Who is it?
It's the Drums. This is like some weird, like eclectic type band or whatever, but like I love their albums. I love their albums. And they dropped, I think it was this year they dropped the album. So like it was literally their album and Playboi Carti's album that I've just been bumping all year for real. And the clips.
That's crazy. I've never heard you bring up the drums ever.
You got some eclectic taste, bro.
Nah, but because like this is music I wouldn't really play around the man them. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel betrayed. Like if there's anyone you should be playing that music around, it's me. Like you're not gonna show your white boy some white music. Like
oh man.
No, that's true. But it's like music where you play with like, you know, when like you just have your melancholy take, like you know, you're balling up. It's like you're reflecting on life and all them things there. So.
It's emo music.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Oh, and also my listening age is 44.
Damn, mine's 62, bro.
How does yours get to?
It's because of the Elton John, Michael Bublé.
Okay.
I love that they give you like your favorite artist like says a word. Like, why is Michael Bublé friggin'?
Just to say thank you. Oh, you're beautiful.
This is what Michael Bublé's message is to me.
That's your guy.
It's like a whole video.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's the new. Yeah, every artist on Spotify, they got like an email like, oh, if you want to record a message to your fans that had you in the top, whatever, you can do that. Which is, I rate that.
That's smart.
They actually did it on podcast too, because I saw it on oh shit, this freaking Spotify. Every time I go to another page, it starts playing music. They did it on Higher Learning the other day.
Okay.
Yeah.
We Love Hip Hop was my most watched podcast though.
Nice.
On
Okay.
Spotify.
On Spotify, I got I'm pulling up the last thing here, your podcast. Okay, so I got number 5, Brilliant Idiots. Number 4, Higher Learning with Van Lathan and Rachel and Lindsay. Number 3, We Love Hip Hop. Number 2, New Rory and Maul. And number 1, the Joe Button Podcast.
Jeez.
Where did you find that?
If you keep on going over in the pages, you'll see like top podcasts.
Oh, podcast. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Spotify. This is a big deal every year.
And it's not only Spotify that's doing it. There's YouTube ones. And salute to all the people. I should have said this on the top of this segment right here. Yo, salute to all the people who've been sending me DMs or sending me like tagging me in their stories and stuff like that. Yo, We Love Hip Hop is number 1 on a lot of people's YouTube list. Yo.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy because YouTube is a huge platform with mad shit to watch, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So if like your top channel is We Love Hip Hop, bro, it's an honor. I'm flattered. You know what I'm saying?
I've been seeing what has been interesting is Drake was the number 1 artist on Apple, but Bad Bunny.
Hold on, Drake is the number 1 artist. Period. I'm playing.
Okay.
Actually, but I'm not playing.
No, because Bad Bunny was the number 1 artist on Spotify, but Kendrick Lamar, but Drake didn't have any top songs in the top 5 on Apple, even though he was the number 1 artist, you know, but Kendrick did, which was interesting.
Why?
But I just feel like whichever artist is tapped into whichever platforms is kind of getting propped up because like Drake is super tapped in with Apple ever since 2016 when they even started the exclusive deals and stuff.
Yeah, with views. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then Spotify is more tapped in with like the other artists them. So I feel like And could it be a demographic thing as well? Like
It
people
could
who use
be.
Apple Music more so listen to Drake, and like I guess the Android users then would listen to like Bad Bunny and them like that, you know?
Sounds good.
Spotify is optimized for like Kendrick music, like Android music, and Drake is like iMessage, Apple Music.
Because I think about like
Kendrick definitely a green bubble.
you know, like because I think about the type of shotties that like would be listening to Drake. They all have iPhones, you know what I mean? They all would probably have Apple Music.
This man is really reaching, bro.
No,
Nah, I could see
You don't
that.
think so?
No,
Fam, I got an iPhone and I use Spotify all the time. There's bare
You're
people with
you're an
Yeah.
old head though,
Nah,
bro.
bro. You're telling me just because people have an iPhone, all of them are more inclined to use Apple Music? Like,
yeah. No, because it literally comes with it's optimized for the software.
yes.
That, and I'm just saying, like, the type of person to have an iPhone and use Apple Music would be listening to Drake type thing, you know? So that's why I feel like on Apple Music, Drake would be the number one artist, because like that demographic, you kind of see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, some about Drake's face on Apple Music, just like people gravitate towards more than Spotify, or they just push him more.
No, I'm
he's
saying like
the type of behavior of the users of
Exactly.
of the phone.
Younger behavior.
no, I'm not even saying
demo.
younger. I'm just saying that like, okay, people who have Androids and them type of things, like they're more so like Fabi, they're more so like,
Analytical.
you know, like, so they're probably listening to the Bad Bunnies, or, you know what I mean? They're probably even like the spiritual shorties, like the Hotep shorties, like they have the Android and thing, they're probably using the Spotify rather than the Apple Music, you know. But the white girls or like the bougie things who are bumping Drake, or, oh, I know somebody loves me. They're
We
probably
got the
bumping
16, right? The iPhone 16.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because when you think about it, Drake got an iPhone aesthetic.
Type
I
shit.
feel, and maybe this is like part of like a bigger, like cultural idea or whatever. So I can kind of hear what Natural's saying, where it's like the Apple lifestyle and Drake lifestyle are more coordinated, and then the Kendrick Android on the other side.
I just love the way. Did you have like a board over at home try to make these connections here, bro? Like,
No, because I'm
it's the
like,
craziest reach I've ever heard in my life. Bro.
okay, so what do you think it is?
It's just people choose whoever they like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure there's a bunch of
So like if Drake
Apple
is the
using or whatever, iPhone using Kendrick fans.
no, definitely.
It's just,
I just feel like it's way less. Because like if Drake is number one on Apple, why would he not be number one on Spotify?
there's some girl with hairy armpits, and then when she's taking a picture, she's using an iPhone, bro.
That is true. I feel like enough of them are using Android and them thing there.
I don't even want to get into the side conversation of how many girls do you even see with an Android in general, especially sweet girls.
But like imagine all those Indian girls and them things, like, you know what I mean? They're all using
Kendrick.
Android, fam.
This guy's Android shaming like a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not shaming it, bro.
There is something that's called Android shaming. You
No,
know
there
that,
is,
right?
there is.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. We're all iPhone users over here, right?
That is
Yeah.
true.
So I know, like, if we had a group chat like on iPhone, and then somebody came in with like a green bubble, like we're looking at
I
them, like,
went to hey yo, kick him out instantly.
right?
They be reacting to stuff. It just says laughed at your message. Like, bro.
But Android doesn't necessarily mean that you're poor, bro.
No.
Don't get me wrong. I have to push that thinking out of my mind too, bro. But
No, it doesn't mean you're broke. It just means that like, because I feel like Apple users, they care about aesthetic over everything. You know what I mean? But Android users, they either care about functionality, or they care about affordability, or like there's many other factors that play into it, you know? Apple users, they just care about like, oh, this looks good and it gives me everything that I need function wise, like to the top notch. So like,
and there's
they're
also
satisfied.
part of everybody else has one too. Don't leave that out of the equation.
Not everybody.
No, but the majority kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
especially when you're a younger person, and let's say 70% of people are using the iPhone. You don't want to be the Android kid.
There's
For
a
a-
cultural expectation for
Yes.
For a younger demographic, I agree. But I feel like once you hit a certain age, like if you're 30 plus, I don't think it matters as much.
No, I think it's beyond age, because we were 13, 14 rocking Blackberries. which was a business phone. So we had the same phones like 50, 60-year-olds were using.
But it's because it was cultural. Like
exactly.
Like Blackberries were hot them times. Vybz Kartel was singing about BBM and everything.
Exactly. And now I guess iPhones are hot. So whether you're 60 or 15, you want an iPhone.
But your favorite rapper or your favorite singer, they have the iPhone, whatever the newest one is, not the Android. So you're like, it's all part of like a culture almost. You know
that is true, but I'm thinking about like the elders in my family. Like, okay, my Duke, she has an Android.
Of course.
You know what I mean? My pops, he has an iPhone and an Android. So like, I feel like the elders, they don't really care for the iPhone fashion aesthetic thing, but the younger generation, obviously.
Yeah. And there's an affordability aspect too, because you mentioned when your list, the second thing was affordability.
Yeah.
Right? iPhone users are like, yo, this is the new one. This is what it costs. Put me on a monthly plan. I don't care. I just need to have it. You know what I'm saying? Where the Android user, a lot of times they'll be like, yo, I don't know. I can't really get my phone to do this. Because they went and got like the most inexpensive Android that they can find.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But do you think whether you use Apple or Android reflects an aspect of your personality, or is it just about circumstance and accessibility? Or is it like, okay, if you're more of an Apple person, you display these characteristics?
My knee-jerk instinct is yes, but I know it's not true, man.
No, I think it's true. I think everything about you, like everything about your appearance says something about you. You know what I mean? Like, there's people who would wear like the fake AirPods or whatever, and they know business. But there's people who they have to have the real AirPods, like from Apple, like. So I just feel like, and I'm not saying it makes you better than. I just feel like it just kind of says like where your priorities are, type thing.
No judgment.
But I feel like a lot of the newer generation, it's almost like their preference is molded by the culture around them. So it's like you don't even know if you're an Android personality because everyone around you has iPhones and you want to participate in what your peers are participating in.
Yes.
And now you're probably going to be an iPhone user your whole life.
But I feel like that says something about your personality. If you want to do the things everybody else is doing.
Follow Bati.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a huge personality trait.
Hold on. But can we get, because I know we're getting in the weeds with the Android
agreeableness
and iPhone talk here. Let's get back to the correlation between Android users, Kendrick fans, and iPhone users are the Drake fans. I need to know how you even came to this conclusion, my
best dichotomy ever. I love it.
That's the craziest thing I've heard in a while, bro. It makes sense
for some reason.
I just think about like the type of gal them that would be listening to the artists, and the shorties that I think that will be listening to Drake have the iPhones. And the shorties that listen to Kendrick, they have an Android, they're burning their incense, you know what I mean? They're off the grid type thing. Either that or like they're in India, you know what I mean? At the bot farm. At the Spotify headquarters.
Most of Kendrick's listeners are Android users because they're from India.
That's a possibility. Yeah,
it's probably likely.
Yeah, hold on, my bad. I'm slow on the
But Bad Bunny was #1 on Spotify too, so we can't say it.
They got a lot of Androids in Latin America.
That's a possibility too.
WhatsApp?
Yeah.
¿Tienes WhatsApp?
No, but a lot of people in South America, they're on WhatsApp. Or like when I went to Dominican Republic, right? I don't know if that's South America. That might be the Caribbean store, right?
It's Caribbean.
Yeah. Right?
The same thing.
Everybody was on WhatsApp. Yo, what's your WhatsApp? What's your WhatsApp? So I would imagine that's a lot of Android users. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. There might be a correlation between Bad Bunny and the Android user.
But not Kendrick? Kendrick just went on a worldwide stadium tour. You don't think he has fans in all these other regions that are using Androids?
I'd love to see the analytics on this, bro.
I feel like
for real.
Because even, my bad. Because even The Weeknd, he wasn't top 5 artists in the US, but worldwide, he was top 5. I think he was higher than Drake worldwide. But he was lower than Drake in the US,
Yeah. What were you going to say, Zarb? Because I have a question after that.
No, I just feel like if you looked at like a bunch of Kendrick fans, like it could be like 50-50 iPhone, Android. But maybe Drake fans, it's like 70-30 iPhone.
I agree with that.
Can we go a little bit further with this experiment here? Like, who else? Like, NBA Youngboy, Android or iPhone users?
iPhone.
Why?
Youngins.
Nah, I say Android.
Really?
Nothing, man. Be having their trap phone and all the next thing there. You know what I mean? The second line and stuff.
Man,
Like,
am running the Spotify through the trap phone?
you know?
True. And a lot of them will just watch the NBA YoungBoy stuff on YouTube.
I was gonna say, yeah, we should add more platforms.
Yeah, probably YouTube.
Okay, wait, ask a next artist.
Okay, Playboy Cardi.
I'll say iPhone.
iPhone users.
iPhone, because you know they're wearing their vampire thong with their side bag, and then the iPhones in the side. You know? And how about Playboy Cardi is one of my top artists. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that I word the thought. I'm just saying that these are jokes. These are jokes.
Yeah, I'd say Apple or YouTube.
But okay, no. YouTube is, remember, not the app itself.
You talk about phones.
The phone, because
iPhone or Android.
Because even you have to consider now, like if you put YouTube as one of the apps, like where NBA YoungBoy, where most of the people, his audience listen to his music from. You know, what phone are they most likely to have this app on? And you can have most iPhone users and Android users probably have the YouTube app on both of their phones.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I also feel like we're biased because we're here where most people have iPhones. Like in certain countries, they'd probably just be like Android, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Let me go a little bit. Nicki Minaj. How about that? Nicki Minaj. Apple?
Yeah.
For to get him.
Yeah, that and like the rainbow community and stuff. Like they need their emojis to express themselves, you know?
You're saying gay people use Apple Music over Spotify?
Yeah, I feel like the
it's more user friendly.
The Android emojis don't hit the same, you know?
Android emojis suck, bro. But remember when they first had the emojis, there was a little green blob, and it was like a green blob just being like this. You're like, what is this, bro?
We're Android shaming like a mofo, bro.
No, we are, bro.
Oh man, we're bourgeois.
Team iPhone.
Yeah. We're bourgeoisie over here, man. Okay, let's get it started here. We went in a super nerd conversation here. Holy. I can't believe this guy came up with this theory here, man. Play some Toronto music. Songs out here, bro. Damn. Kill this shit.
Legendary voice though.
Yeah.
Bang, let it shoot.
When that song first came out, he used to bang in the club. Oh my goodness.
That was one of the few Toronto songs you could play in like the American set and like it doesn't skip a beat type thing, you know?
Yeah. Before I do the back and all that stuff right there, give me 2-3 songs that, because you know when you hear the na 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 na, you know that's Canada Goose Pressa.
Yeah.
Give me 2 songs that you know as soon as you hear the intro, like not even like the beat comes in, like as soon as the intro, you're like, oh.
Toronto tracks or just
any
in general?
track? It could be any track.
So many.
Oh yeah, that makes it so.
Let's do Toronto then. Toronto.
Okay, Griselda Blanco.
Yeah,
the piano.
Yeah.
Clippers.
Yeah.
Black Challenger.
Yeah. Black Challenger.
Even Come Outside.
Yeah, that Come Outside. The little melody in the beginning. You know right away the place is gonna go crazy. One more Toronto track.
What's that Cardinal official track?
I know that Kilimanjaro intro. Like people used to.
Yeah.
All three.
Yeah, and you know what? You're right, Natural. Let me make sure that I represent for the old heads.
You know,
like as soon as you hear the
boom,
boom, from the Cardinal. You know right away it's about to go crazy. For the old heads at least, you know what I'm saying?
Oh me, my eye.
Yeah.
Boom.
Even the for the Still Fly.
Yeah. You know, right? Yo, that back in the days, bro, so many times when we used to hear the DJ just bring that in a little bit, we would go crazy.
Big Page.
Even Best I Ever Had, like, the moment you hear that,
Roy Woods, go on, big up yourself. Let's hear the boom, dun, dun. Literally, when I DJ, even to this day, as soon as they dropped that, the girl them started skinning out.
Really? Eh?
That's a legendary song. And when Popcorn did a remix to it too.
Okay.
Dagger Rhythm Cypher too.
Oh yeah, Dagger Rhythm Cypher. Yeah.
It's like instantly recognizable.
Okay.
Yeah, Toronto has some bangers. So.
Yeah. Hey, we're a music podcast. We got to do it, man. But let's get into it, man. We are Box, the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most Toast Friday, Ricky Tread, aka Toronto Rick today, man. That's my AKA for the day. We back over here at B3 Studios, episode 639. It might be 638, so don't kill me in the comments. I'll check it out later. B3 Studios, We got back in the building. I almost got a brain fart right there. We got back in the building. The Turkish Thrill, DJ Extraordinaire.
Jeez.
You might see him DJing your wedding. You might see him DJing at the Crippy. Coming to the stage. DJs are in the motherfucking building.
Yes,
Let's go, man.
DJs are, aka Barrel Sound, aka Cheeseburger, aka George, aka Young Shawarma. Back at it like a crack addict.
Yes, sir. You like my my DJ voice? They're coming to the stage.
Yeah, it's pretty much how I sound. By the way, okay, this is gonna sound random, but there's this one guy that always comments trying to challenge one of us to a fight. It's usually me. I don't know what his name is. But message me on IG if we can find a weight class. Like if it's a match weight class wise, I might just do it just to get in shape.
What you say? Drop the low.
Just message me on IG. I just gotta see what this guy like. If he's like way bigger and taller than me, like okay, I'll allow you. But if it's like we can find a catch weight, I might just do it.
You do it for the content?
I'll do it for the content. That guy is consistently commenting on every video, like, I want to fight DJ SAR.
SAR's
like,
over it. He's like, let's do it, man. Let's do it. But welcome back.
Rusty's fed up.
Oh, man.
Shout out to him, though. He's consistent. He is consistent. And shout out to you for supporting the videos. And if we can make it make sense from a weight class perspective, let's do it.
You'll whoop your ass. But back at it again also, and welcome back, sir. Back at it again, also DJ Extraordinaire.
Jeez.
Okay, you might see him on your social media screen taking over, running up the numbers. Okay, you might see him at the jam playing his own dub places.
Natural.
DJ Natural Wave in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
Enough respect. Hide your wife, hide your shotty. And we went over to Spotify raps.
Yes, sir.
I ended up dropping my SoundCloud rap, my numbers for the year, 250,000. I just want to say, shout out to all the DJs out there. But like, a lot of Toronto DJs, they're hiding from this. A lot of them are not dropping their numbers.
Their SoundCloud or any numbers?
Their SoundCloud numbers, you know what I mean? Like, some of them did, and they were very underwhelming because I was going to wait till the end of the month to kind of like stat pad. Mm-hmm. But I've been seeing the number. I'm seeing like, 15,000 for the year. It was so underwhelming. I'm like, let me just drop the bomb on these guys. Big up Fire Blazing though, because he got 500,000 this year. So shout out Fire Blazing.
We say, let me see them numbers.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Soca Prince, he's from your era, right? He dropped his numbers, but it was like a little less than mine. You know what I mean? So
talk your shit, bro. Get him.
Turbo, we're waiting on yours, bro. Turbo, we're waiting on the numbers.
Holy. Damn, bro. We starting off hot today, man. Let me get to the sponsors before we get into any more trouble here, man. I'm going to start off by saluting to Exotic Hot Pots. Okay, Exotic Hot Pot is Canada's... let me find the damn script here. My bad, gang. My bad. Okay. Exotic Hot Pot, Canada's loudest brand, from high-grade strains to authentic grab and rolling essentials. Exotic Hot Pot is about elevating your smoking sessions in true 5-star fashion. There's a bag on the table right there. There's a big-ass bag on the back over there. Like sometimes when they give you like a big care package, bro, they be coming with them huge bags.
I thought that was an album.
No, bro. It's Exotic Hot Pot freaking super care package there right there. But yeah, if you want to get delivery within the GTA, you got to hit them up. That's Exotic Hot Pot. And you could also find them on their website, exotichotpot.ca. Also, I want to give a big salute to Road Ready Detailing. That's over at I'm freaking drawing blanks today.
Something Oakdale?
750 Oakdale Road,
Yeah.
Unit 66. Holy shit, man. I'm getting old today. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. You can get your tints, you can get your wraps, you can get ceramics, you can get anything you need over there. And they got specials for baby moms on Mondays, and you got all kinds of different specials over there. Okay. Hit them up on our Instagram page. That's Toronto Road Ready Detailing. And again, that's 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. If you see the boy Dusty, tell them what up. We Love Hip Hop sent you. They might give you a nice little discount. Also, big salute to Grabba Grabba. There's a pack of the Grabba Grabba on the table right there. And I got a pack somewhere around here of some of the leaves of Grabba that you can get as well. Hit them up if you want delivery in the GTA. That's grabbagrabba.ca. Okay, that's on Instagram. And let them also know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you. Last but not least, you know what I'm saying? We got a kind of a long ad block over here. Give me a second here. Last but not least, I want to give a salute to Kensington Market Dispensary. Okay, that's over at 25 Kensington Avenue in Kensington Market. They have over 25 different strains to choose from and a smelling station for you to check out for, before purchasing. They got gas as low as $5 and peas for $10.50. Edibles, hot grabber, exclusive backwoods flavors, concentrates, and wholesale available as well. You can contact them on Instagram, Kensington_Market Dispensary, or you can find them on Snapchat, Kensington Market Dispo. Sane. Gang, what do y'all got going on, man? Well, how's your week, man? How's your week?
It was good, man. I worked, and then I did like a little corporate kind of holiday party award show for like a bank. And Natural, tell me how you feel about this as a DJ, because, you know, we're in Toronto, so you usually have like a diverse crowd.
Yeah.
But like when you DJ for different like cultures and they all want their own cultural music and you're trying to create a vibe, but then people are requesting music of different cultures at the same time you're trying to like build a vibe in this set, it's tough, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I think people should be aware of like, okay, like if I'm booking DJ Natural, like he specializes in this, but if I come to him like, yo, run Punjabi music, Tamil music, obviously you can do it because you're a DJ and you can beat match, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like you end up having to like work on the fly and be like, okay, let me download this song on the spot, listen to it, and then find a way to like blend it. And yeah, man, that kind of made me realize like diversity when it comes to like that aspect of diversity, partying and music and stuff, like it makes it a little difficult. Whereas like
brown mans are bombarding you.
Yeah.
What were they trying to hear?
Punjabi music, Indian music, Tamil music, and it's not bothering. Like I get it, you know. But what happens is like you start off English. The moment you do like one culture set, the people from outside that culture want to hear their cultural music. So it's like, oh, run Afghan, run Arab, run this now, because it almost becomes like a culture war, like whose culture has the best music or can get the most turn, you know?
So wait, what's happening while you're doing that? Like, are the dance floors filling up with certain cultures and then emptying it out right after?
Some people partook in every, you know, cultural set, but yeah, sometimes it was like, okay, like we're gonna sit down until this music plays. Or like, okay, while this music is playing, we're gonna go off, but then when other music plays, I'm gonna go get a drink. You know?
Okay,
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, what about you, Nacho? How's your week been?
My week was pretty chill. Just worked. I didn't even make no content this week. Still, just I consumed pure content. No, I'm not gonna lie. Apple TV, they dropped Pluribus, a new episode, because Vince Gilligan, he did Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. So that's his new series or whatever. It's been fire, so I've been watching that.
Pluribus.
Yeah. I lost my chess account, so I had to start using my backup. So I've been like spamming chess to get back where I was, and I got back still. So you know, like that's just what I've been doing. Pretty like boring. You know, just like hibernation, holiday type thing, you know?
I hear that.
And plus the snow is not making it easier neither, bro. Mans don't want to do shit once it starts snowing.
Yeah, I was going to go out last night to Libertine because I was on guest list. But then I got to the point where I was going to miss guest list. And I'm like, if I'm partying for free, I'm about it. But if I have to pay, then like, I
don't need this.
Yeah, I'd rather stay home still. Like, it's well comfy. Well comfy.
Yeah. As for me myself, it's always this content as usual. That interview that I dropped on Saturday, last night basically, with Michael Camage, that's doing well. Salute to everybody who's been tapping into that.
Sick.
And I feel like that right there, you know, people keep running that up because that's going to be a piece that's used later on in the future when they need to like put the pieces together for, when they do a study on this, because this is going to be something that's studied.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or even when Six Tails does a little documentary.
Oh, I got at them immediately. Before it even dropped, I was like, yo, I did this. You guys, if you guys got a doc dropping, you might want to watch this so that you can get some extra information, because he didn't go anywhere else with it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and salute to Michael Cammage. And once again, RIP to Boy SK. That case is crazy with Breonna Warner and SK. Like that, like I said, will be studied in the future, because it's rare that a woman shoots their boyfriend type shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I found interesting about that interview? When you asked him, like, what did the judge decide? He's like, the jury decides. The judge actually has zero, like, influence in that sense. He's kind of mediating the entire thing, but it's on the jury.
Yeah. Well, the judge could override if need be, but yeah, it is mostly on the jury still.
Yeah, if the judge is there to keep them in line. Like, for example, there was that one juror that they said that might have had a conflict of interest, and the judge was like, okay, you need to, let me know what your grievance is. And they kind of let them figure it out, but that's when you need to get the judge to step in, is stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And, they rarely override, so.
Yeah. And the judge is mostly there for like objections and all that stuff, just to make sure that like everything's going according to the quote unquote rules.
But at the end of the day, when the jury gives their decision, the judge could say, that was a terrible decision based on the evidence presented today. I'm going to have to override this because this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, it was a crazy case, man. So I suggest people keep on running up that interview right there. Michael Cammage. The way I titled it is the Breonna Warner murder trial explained. All right. So if y'all are looking for it. Yeah.
No, so I was going to say, if you were in a situation, you wouldn't even bribe a judge. You would bribe the jury. Like, there's no point in bribing a judge because he does have the final call, but he doesn't have like the decision.
That's why more times they try to get to a jury member. You know what I mean? So like, that's why YNW, his trial, it got, what's the word?
Not thrown out, but it was like a technicality.
Yeah, not stayed. It's kind of when it's like something happens and they have to redo the trial.
Oh yeah, mistrial.
Yeah, it was a mistrial because one of the jurors, he was refusing to find YNW Melly guilty, but because he was low-key a fan, but he was able to get himself in there.
Yeah.
So like there's the mob bosses, they used to like put out hits on jury members and stuff to kind of like scare other people and stuff, like witnesses, all that. But I feel like if you're trying to bribe the judge, I guess the judge will be able to kind of like skew certain things in the courtroom to kind of, I guess, put the defense at an advantage.
Oh, like maybe the judge will ask more pressing questions to one side. So the jury's like, oh, the judge is pressing this guy. He probably doesn't like what he said or whatever.
Yeah. And like the judge will let certain things slide. We're like, oh, if certain things should be like objected, and like the judge might just like let it slide or whatever because they're being paid off for it,
But for the jury member you interviewed, wasn't that just a 1-day trial?
No, the trial went on for like 2 weeks or 2 to 3 weeks.
And they're going home and returning, or are they provided some sort of
they're
accommodation?
Going home and returning for the 2 to 3 weeks, and they're not allowed to like go on to any news communication, watch any social media, anything for those 2 weeks. And then when they're doing the deliberation, they put them in a hotel for 3 days straight.
How realistic is that?
I was going to say, like, you can't monitor their behavior on their phone. Like, they leave as soon as they get on the TTC, open IG.
Facts.
I don't know, man. That's always been a thing. So it's I don't know if they just need to update that, because it's like, I feel like that's something that you used to be able to get away with back before social media existed.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's also a safety concern because now people have 2 weeks to get to a jury member and find a way to potentially influence them. Like, if they kept them in like a government hotel where, they were being security, like,
isn't
patrolled.
that what they do in the States?
I thought that's what they did here too.
Depends on, I guess, how high profile the case is. We got to keep in mind, like, this wasn't like some powerful woman that has mad resources and stuff like that could get the jury people off. Obviously, like the streets is the streets. It could happen, but it's not Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
But what it could be more in the sense of not being paid off, but being threatened, like you were saying with those Italian mobsters, where they threaten the jury. It could be that, where it's like, yo, like if you don't XYZ, like we know where you live.
Yeah. That's why for me, I would just always, anybody put me in that position to, you have to do jury duty. I'm going to answer all the questions to make it seem like I'm the worst candidate, fam. I know you can't refuse it, but I'm not going to make it easy to be like, yeah, you're the right choice. You know what I'm saying? Do you have any biases? If they ask you, have any racial biases?
Yes.
Even if I don't, yes. I'm a little bit racist on Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say, because they make you take an oath, and me, like I believe in the Bible, but I would just not choose the Bible, and I would just be like, yeah, I affirm. So worst case, if I lie, it's like I didn't swear on the Bible.
No, but they have a loophole for that, because they say you can swear on the Bible, you can swear on the Quran, or if you're not like to like a faith, then you can just swear to the court.
Yeah, but like I affirm, and like my toes are crossed. You know those ones, like.
But you can still get caught for perjury.
Exactly.
Probably.
You swore to the court.
It's like, I don't believe in y'all. I believe in Jesus.
They believe in jail. But let's get into a couple of our topics here. And big salute to Dusty Wallace. We're going through crazy snowstorm today. He hit me up this morning. He said he ain't gonna be able to make it here today. So big salute to Dusty Wallace as well.
Salut.
Before we get into our topics, we were talking off camera. Do you guys want to do that today? The Fall Off Awards?
I want to give a quick minute to give a shout out to Exotic Hot Pots, Canada's loudest brand. From high-grade strains to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pots is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. If you want delivery, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop crew sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer!
Do you have a award show music for Natural?
Let me see if I can find some royalty-free one.
Why should we save it for next week? We can do it now.
I think we should get it underway. I'll do a little intro.
Let me see if I can find some award show music.
Ladies and gentlemen,
oh, man.
You are in for a special treat.
What did I just do here?
We have the 2025 Toronto Content Creator Awards presented by We Love Hip Hop.
Hopefully this is copyright free, because last time I did a copyright free thing on here, they were like, yeah, it's copyright free. I put it up on the YouTube video. Next thing you know, copyright.
Wow.
Presenting the awards, we have none other than Toronto's favorite DJ, DJ Natural Wave.
Woo! Hold on, I got applause.
Lower it a little bit. But keep it in the background.
Thank you.
Let's get to it.
All right, live from the We Love Hip Hop stage. Ladies and gentlemen, you look amazing tonight. Woo! These awards are here to classify the biggest fall-offs, the biggest clout chasers, the biggest gossip girls, and the major waistsuits of the year.
Let's get it!
All right. Okay, we'll cut the music for now.
But bring it back when the award's presented.
All right, so for the first award, this is going to be for the biggest fall off. I was thinking, who should we nominate? I was thinking like Snow Day should be in there, Plush should be in there, you know what I mean? But I feel like there's one person that had such a major fall off, although they're not down bad. They went from such a high place to a low regard. This person, let's all give it up. The major top 5. That's top 5.
Yeah, I ain't clapping for that.
I don't know, man.
So you don't think the top 5 fell off this year?
He is not the most major fall off of the year, bro.
Bro, the man went from streaming with billionaires, streaming with Kanye West. When he came out of jail, he had like the world in his palm, bro. All streamers were reacting to him, everything.
Mm-hmm.
He went from literally streaming with billionaires to now 6ix9ine and YG clowning him for not being able to put 10 bands on a stream.
I hear that, but to me, I feel like falling off isn't necessarily like, oh, you're not doing what you were doing before, but your relevance is so like your relevance has declined so much that it's like, yeah, you fell off. I wouldn't say he fell off though.
So what would you say happened to him between the beginning of the year to now? What would you call that?
A series of events. Like he had
a series of events.
Like, yo, sometimes you have a crazy gig. Some days you have mundane gigs.
Rosie thinks a series of unfortunate events lie in which in the wardrobe it takes.
I feel like series of unfortunate events. No, but I was gonna say, like, okay, yeah, you did go from one extreme, which is, you know, streaming with Kanye and being this worldwide name to an extent, to, you know, another extreme where people are roasting you and you got your neck sliced and stuff. But you cannot say he's not relevant, though. Like, you can't say he's irrelevant.
There's bare people that fell off that are still relevant.
Like who?
Okay, who fell off?
Because I feel like the moment you fall off, you're no longer relevant. That's why it's a fall off. Like Snow Day, for example, that would have been a better
candidate. Okay, T-Pain fell off. He's still relevant when he does his Twitch streams or whatever.
And his concerts are always seem to be packed.
We're about to say he fell off.
Yeah, and you know what? It's because of the height that he reached, because he's no longer at that height. And I think you're applying the same logic with Top 5, where it's like, because you're no longer at that like upper echelon consistently, like you fell off, because naturally the next thing you do can't be as big as a Kanye stream, you know? But like,
why not though? He literally went from being Drake's shooter to like... Okay, I don't want to say the other extreme of that, but like,
you know what it is too? He's also, because he has so many antics that he's put out into the public, while he's trying to gain his like respect and notoriety, he's working. It's working. People are working against him. You know what I'm saying? There are videos of, oh, this guy is a clown. Why should he be Drake's shooter and Ray Tay? So like, you're trying to gain the respect while people are like, no, you ain't.
He's definitely swimming against the tide.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But regardless, I still think Top 5 should come up and collect his award.
Okay.
All right. Should we move on to the next one?
Yes, yes, sir.
All right. For this next award, this is the Clout Chaser of the Year. This person has going above and beyond to get a moment, regardless of the cost. He doesn't care what it takes. He is going to get them 300 views.
Oh, shit. 300 views is crazy.
The Clout Chaser of the Year goes to Underground Nation, a.k.a. DL Nation. Any arguments?
Sam will not be here to accept his award today.
Bonjour, everyone. Bonjour, hi. My name is Sam. I just want to thank DJ National Wave. No, he doesn't talk like that.
DJ Zara will be accepting the award on the behalf of SXM.
Do I do a speech?
Okay, so why? Why? Because I can give you a couple of reasons, and salute to Underground Nation.
Salute to Underground.
But I could see why, because some people might have called him a clout chaser for the kid there that killed the old lady.
Yep.
I that's a little bit questionable for me. I'm still on the fence with that. And then the pouring the thing in the mouth, bro.
Yep. The blicky thing.
That was a little too far.
I don't know. I feel like even when he pulls up to the right wing protests, like, I feel like he's going there with the intention of like, oh, I need to cause a moment. I need to get a blue hair liberal to come spar with these redneck right wing mans. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's going there to get genuine conversation. So that's why I think, well, you're gonna accept his award on his behalf.
Yeah, I got it right here. Okay. I hear where you're coming from. I just wanted to hear the other nominees.
That's what I was thinking. Who's the other nominees
Are there nominees for any of these, or just one winner selected? Like,
there's a nominee for the first one. For this one, I try to think of nominees, but like, he was just such a clear-coded winner. This was like a People's Choice Awards type thing. Right?
You know how you gave the first award to Top 5? I feel like this award, you could argue like maybe you could have given it to Top 5.
Yeah,
you know,
he definitely could be a nominee.
Because I don't think he fell off in that sense. But I feel like he
did. You think he was the Clout Chaser of the Year?
He does and says a lot of things for clout. He was calling out like Robin Lopez, like he's going to a Blue Jays game, like harassing NBA players.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like he'll say something purely for the content and the clout. Whereas like I feel like Underground Nation is just doing his job as a journalist, it doesn't seem like he's doing it just for clout. It seems like he's doing it for clout and some sort of like
Is there things that he's doing that you wouldn't do?
Who, Underground?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he's okay? So we do the same thing. We're all content creators.
Yeah.
He's doing things that you wouldn't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like, why is he doing those things?
I will give some defense as somebody who's been called a clout chaser, and I will also say for the people who are going to say it in the comments, I'll be ahead of you. Oh, why isn't Friday in that category too? He's a clout chaser. All right, so I could have been put in that category as well because I'll interview a snitch, I'll interview a murderer, I'll interview all kind of people, and people say, "Oh, that's just for the clout."
Yeah, but that's only one incident. You're not letting mans pour honey syrup in your mouth and them.
Never.
You know what I mean? So like that's what took it to the next level. Because I checked to see the wax situation. And that was last year. You know what I mean? So like, all right, Friday clear. Friday gone clear.
No. And that was, and hold on. In my defense, I wasn't chasing clout in that situation. I was being a chatty patty. And it
this is
viral.
this is for a different category, but that's for the listeners to know that Friday wasn't safe as well. You know, like,
that would be I would be in the chatty. If that was last year, that would be the Chatty Patty of the Year award.
Okay, so this brings us to our next award.
Oh shit! There's more.
Get the orchestra ready.
Hello. All right, this next award is the Gossip Girl of the Year.
Gossip Girl of the Year.
This...
Am I in there?
The Chatty Patty female category.
And this is all gender. We're gender neutral with this one. All right, the Gossip Girl of the Year. This person went above and beyond to ensure they were up in everybody's business. They didn't care if you were a broke baby mama, a content crackhead. They didn't care if you was on the street or in a penthouse. They didn't care if you were in the bin.
I already know the winner.
I know the winner too.
The Gossip Girl of the Year is Icy Springer.
Why Gossip Girl though? He's a guy.
Okay, Gossip Guy works though.
Yeah. Gossip person.
Yeah, gossip. I was just like, the show Gossip. It just sounded, it had more of a ring to it.
I just know he's gonna hear this and be like, "Yo, why? What do you mean Gossip Girl, bro? We run show business."
Oh yeah, I call it Gossip Girl.
Nah, big up Icy.
I like. He's in Gyeonan business though, you know what I mean? Like it's not like he's in Mandem. Like every time I click on an Icy stream, it's three like women with their hair not done. With like
bonnet warriors.
There's like a crib in the background. You know what I mean?
Alarm systems always the fire alarm always beeping.
There's a baby in the background.
And no baby dad's insane. Never a baby dad's insane.
Yeah. Okay, is that the rest of it?
Big up Icy.
Is that the end of the awards?
Okay, there's one more quick one.
Okay.
One more quick one. No music.
No music?
The waist suits of the year.
Oh, waist suit of the year.
They don't even deserve no music. You know what I mean?
No.
I have to give it to Soraya Flash and the Brown Bandits. They have to hit the waist suit of the year.
Whoa, this nigga trying to go viral.
They started off.
Wait, how many awards are you giving for this? The Brown Bandits. How many people are in that? The Brown Bandits is crazy.
So I just put a bunch of awards on the table. Y'all just pick your ones.
Nah, it's like the Hondas where like you don't know how many is in there. You know what I mean?
Shit.
I'm not sure how many there are exactly. Like,
We're giving it to the whole whip.
Yeah, the whole whip gets it. You know what I mean? Like Soraya could just accept it on behalf of the group.
But why are you calling them waist suits? Yo, honestly, like, have you met them in person? You met some of them?
No,
right?
we met them. We did an interview with them and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. So, wow.
Bro, these are like jokes. You know what I mean? But like, yo, the narrative online is like, okay, they went super far with this Toronto accent thing. I get it, it's the content stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But when mans try to like page them on it, like, yo, you guys sound like waist suits, you look like waist suits. You're making the Toronto accent on a worldwide scale seem super stupid. They doubled down and started calling Marlon out of his name, saying, "Oh, no one knows Marlon." They started calling Marlon the waist suit or whatever, and he's like the OG or whatever. So I feel like
bumped him down and shit. Yeah.
So I just feel like the narrative that they created for themselves is like they branded themselves as like the waist suits of Toronto. You know what I mean? Like when you think of youths and like youths who are waist, you think of them. Like I don't really think of like other young people who could claim that, you know?
Marlon, clip this. Merry Christmas.
And you know, now, shout out to Extra Gravy. You know, what did they say? That the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Oh, I'm enjoying this episode too much.
That was a good award show.
So, you know, if you want to offend them, you can. That was your chance, man.
Well, I'm not gonna deny like their actions speak for themselves, and how people perceive their actions is outside of like me. You know what I'm saying? But I just know them personally, and they're cool. They're cool with me. They've never been disrespectful. Like how I see them is like they're like ambitious young men doing whatever they think it takes or whatever is working for them to make it out. You know what I'm saying?
Czar, aka the great friend.
I'm not like, because I can be objective, like the cultural appropriative aspects of it, like I can acknowledge, you know, and I can see why like a lot of people are
I'm
like,
not even calling them cultural appropriators. I'm just saying right now, Mandem are seeing them as the waistsuits of Toronto.
Yeah, that's how people can see them. And I can, you know, everyone has the right to their own opinion. Like me personally, like if I know someone, then like I have a more cohesive view of you. I'm not like, they're not just like internet characters to me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know their manager, like I've hung out with them and stuff. So
but yo, they do content, so I feel like they could see content and recognize content.
Their content, like you can criticize their content. I can criticize their content as someone who just knows them personally.
Yeah.
And like I always tell them, like, bro, like, because I used to tell their manager, I'm like, bro, like, how long are you guys gonna keep doing this like Toronto accent, like fake money giveaways? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I told him, like, this is not sustainable and it's kind of like getting old, you know? But they're young and they're figuring it out. And at least like they're ambitious enough. Like they're not just sitting on their ass. They're not like chasing the wrong things. Like they're doing something for themselves. So that's my defense of them.
I'll just give myself Rage Baiter of the Year. So.
Shit disturber of the year, bro. and the lore continues, bro. Okay, let's get to some topics here. You know, speaking of shit disturbers, Akademiks.
Mud.
Akademiks versus Maino.
Speaking of YGs versus OGs.
So this started over, what did it actually start over? He said something about Maino's clothes, not even Maino's, all of their clothes.
All of them, no, because they all dress like, how do I want to say this?
He called them old YNs.
Yeah.
I want to take a minute to give a shout out to Kensington Market Dispensary, located at 25 Kensington Avenue in Kensington Market. They have over 25 different strains to choose from, with a smelling station for you to check them out before purchasing. They got real gas as low as $5 grams and 1050p's, edibles, hot grabber, exclusive backwood flavors, concentrates, and wholesales available as well. You can contact them on Instagram at Kensington_Market Dispensary or on Snapchat at Kensington Market Dispo. Big salute to the sponsor. Cheer.
They do dress very extravagantly.
It's like you look old and young.
Yeah, because like, I don't know, people always say that about Jim Jones. He wears all of these, you know, I don't know why people say that about him though. Like, oh, before we get to this,
you don't know why, bro?
Okay, if I was to pull up Jim Jones on Instagram.
Any Jim Jones fit, like it looks like a 13-year-old hype beast should be wearing it. You know what I mean? Like I understand man try to be drippy in their elder age. Like Fabulous, I wouldn't even roast Fabulous that crazy, you know? Like even Maino not that crazy, but Jim Jones take it to an extreme.
Okay, let me just find some Jim Jones in some drip. That's a figurine of him.
Was that like a wax like model or something? Like
Watch Jones.
It's not like a youngin' fit though.
This is calm.
Okay, so
looks
let's
like
see
he's
the
at
fit.
Fusion.
He's got the leather pants with some Jordan 3s and a hoodie. And that's, you know, he wears the cap to the back, you know, mad jewelry. That's kind of his thing. Sometimes he wears okay, look at this one. That's
that's crazy.
The eyes with the flannel.
Right.
And look at the pants. The man has the leather pants and stuff. Like
that's rapper shit. I don't think that's old head or YN shit type shit. That's rapper shit. Like only rappers are able to get away with leather pants, fam.
But rappers are mostly like, it's only now where the OG rappers are still getting their shine. You know what I mean? So like when you say that's rapper shit, when we think of rappers, we think of like young, like 20s and all max 30s. You know what I mean? Like to see mans in their 60s wearing leather pants and sweater vests and like stutter shades. It's like, fam, what's going on over
So
here?
what? And as older man, what are we supposed to wear?
I was just gonna ask that because I feel like there's a societal expectation that as you age, you're supposed to dress in a way that reflects your age in some ways. And some people even say that with haircuts. Like I seen a reel where it's like, yo, after 35, stop getting fades. Like
What?
it's a youngin' thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like ever since I stopped getting a fade, I got way more opportunities, like stuff like that. So it's like
That sounds
clothing
crazy.
and how you present yourself. Like, why do we expect it to change as people get older?
I just think maturity level, you know what I mean? Like me, I don't feel like I dress like a YN, you know what I mean? But I also don't feel like a YN, you know what I mean? Like I don't move like a YN. So I just feel like the way I dress reflects who I am. So sure, if you want to dress like that, that's cool. But people are just gonna perceive you as like a YN, you know what I mean?
Like, okay, there's different things. If you're in your 40s and your pants are sagging off of your ass, then all right, you gotta fix up. You know,
But that's literally what he's doing.
Yeah.
But why do you have to fix up? Like, what's wrong with their individual choice to express themselves in a way? And I guess you're not saying like he's not allowed to dress like that. He's just saying it makes you look a certain way, right?
Exactly.
Okay,
I hear
because like
that.
you see some of the YNs that like I see some these guys go crazy with the pants sag. Like they wear certain underwears because they know that their underwear is going to show, and I'm like, that's insane. So if I see a 40-something-year-old man and fire, right? If I see a 40-something-year-old man doing the same thing, I'm gonna be like, bro, you need to do something about your choices, bro.
No, because the 40-something-year-old man, he's from a generation that is closer to like when sagging started.
Yes.
It's like, if anything, we were sagging before these kids were born.
Yes.
So like, how come they can now and I can't when like we've been doing that?
Because, and I'll just, let me interrupt you for a quick second, because people are looking at that kid and not taking the kid seriously.
Yeah.
So if you're 40-something and you're doing that, we ain't taking you seriously neither.
But who's we? Like, are you talking about like corporate / regular society? Or are you talking about just individuals?
Individuals, like if this 40-something-year-old man goes to a 40-something-year-old woman with his pants sagging off of his ass, she's gonna be like, I'm not giving you no pussy.
And these guys are wearing ski masks and all that stuff. Like, bro.
I think you can get away with it when you have status. Like Drake wears the baggiest pants. It's not like a girl's gonna see him and be like, yo, you're 40, like, and wearing those pants, like, I don't want to get with you.
Imagine saying, well, why you dressing like Yachty? Why you painting your nails? At your
they'll
grown
say that.
age, imagine saying that.
People are
they'll
saying
say
that, but there's also a
But
difference.
girls don't care.
Yes, but then also there's a difference between Drake wearing baggy ass pants and then wearing baggy ass pants where like you can see his underwear as they're hanging down off of his ass. You know what I'm saying? So he'll wear the baggy ass pants, but in an appropriate way for a 39-year-old adult to wear. Even though people will say, "Oh, that's not a age appropriate fit."
Yeah, he'll blend it where it's like the urban population will be like, okay, like he looks cool, but if he runs into like a 65-year-old NBA team owner, it's not gonna look like quote unquote ghetto.
Yeah, or like a kid.
Yeah, and no one's saying that like you have to wear a business suit or whatever, because even in the business world, like it's become much more casual. Like
Yes.
CEOs are wearing like a white tee and jeans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just think it's crazy to dress the same way at 50 as you were when you were 13, you know what I mean? Like you went through what, 30, 40 years of evolution and like you didn't change your fit?
Okay. Okay. Does this only apply to men? Because let's say there's like a 45-year-old woman.
It's women too.
But what if she looks hot? She looks young. She has her body done. So it's like you look at her, you might not necessarily see a 45-year-old. Yeah, if she wears like some old woman fit, you'll be like, okay, maybe I could see it now. But if she wears what the girls are wearing today to look younger.
No, I seen them roasting Nicki Minaj the other day for trying to be sexy. They're like, yo, you're auntie now. Like, take that off. You're put on the auntie fit. Like, you look crazy.
But that's just what
a problem.
youngins say, bro. Like youngins just try to or auntie everything.
Nah, bro. Okay, when you go to the family reunions and your 60-year-old auntie pulls up in the hoochie fit, it looks crazy, dog.
It does, but everyone's like, oh, that's just like Aunt this. You know, like that's just her. Like,
yeah, but she's an outlier. But at the same time, I will give some defense to hip hop. Because hip hop has made older people have like younger than what we used to look before. So like the average 40-something-year-old back in the days would always have to have like a button-up shirt. You would see like old school pictures of like guys like in the 80s and stuff like that in their 40s. And they look hella old in comparison to like somebody in their 40s now. because they grew up with hip hop culture, hoodies, jeans, Timbs, and stuff like that. And you might be a man you got your gray beard and stuff like that, but like, I still like to wear my nice hoodies and baggy jeans and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's appropriate because I grew up in hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a difference.
And I don't even think it's just hip hop. Like in the Arab world, the Latin world, like women get surgeries all the time to like look younger. So like you might go to like a family function and like an auntie like got like a liposuction surgery or something. You know what I'm saying? Or like Botox or whatever.
But I'm not talking about trying to look younger. I'm just saying this is just what we look at this age now in comparison to what we used to look like back in the days.
Yeah, they even say with the NBA players, like NBA players in the 90s, they were like all bald, even at like 21, 22, 23. But now they look much younger. So it could be nutritional, could be environmental as well, cultural.
Yeah, and there are people obviously trying to get their work done to not make themselves look younger, but to stop the aging process, right? But you'll see people now, like celebrities, like the Beyoncés, all these different people, even though they're celebrities, in comparison to like Chaka Khan and back in the days and them women, like they already looked old. Like Aretha Franklin from when I was a kid, she already looked old. You know what I'm saying? Like Beyonce is not going to look like an Aretha Franklin until she's like 70.
But that's the like advancements of like medical aesthetics, I would say, and how common it is. And they have access to better anti-aging protocols.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I was going to say, to bring it back to Jim Jones, I think the reason why mans get at him is because like, like most people switch it up. Like, okay, we'll do streetwear if we're doing like streetwear appropriate events, but if we're going to corporate or whatever, like we could put on a nice suit. We could, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never seen Jim Jones in a suit ever. I've never seen his braids not messy ever.
This guy's braids. He needs a real hair braider for real.
You know what I mean?
Fam.
Like,
yeah. Okay, let me play a clip here. And this is basically where it's like, okay, so we got into a long discussion about clothes and stuff like that. So everybody knows the root of this beef here. So this is, and I have a clip here from Too Cool Blogs. I'll play the beginning of it here.
Fabulous being like 49 with a headband. Like, yo, why is the nigga wearing, the headband is for sweat. Like, yo, Fab is on some, the headband is for sweat, Fab. Fab, the headband is for you sweating. You're sitting down podcasting, my nigga. Like, come on, bro. Like, the headband looks wild. Like, this is unk activity. Like, this is, what? This is like you having an Allen Iverson sleeve on and you're just chilling. Like, nigga, that's for a reason. Fabulous being like 49 with a headband. Like, yo, why is the nigga wearing
So I'm going to play another clip here.
For sweat.
So this is the response now from Maino.
We back with another episode, man. Let's rap about it. How y'all feel? Yo, we back with another episode, man. Let's rap about it. How y'all feeling today, man?
Feeling great. Yo, Akademiks, check this out. Akademiks.
Right off the hop.
Akademiks, I know you're not talking. 100%. I know you're not talking. You got the audacity to be speaking on niggas and what niggas is wearing? You talking about what niggas is wearing? You talking about the proximity between what niggas is wearing and the age? Let me explain something to you. You're a journalist and this is your opinion, so let me give you my opinion on you. I feel like you built like a dyke. I feel like you built like no, listen, 100%. Listen, I feel, let me just say how I feel. I feel like you built like a wet bag of laundry. I feel like you built, no, listen, I feel like you built like a jar of relish. You understand? You see, here's the thing, like this ain't no gangster talk. We ain't gonna do no gangster shit. But listen, what I'm saying, since you want to speak about, young niggas, old niggas, and when you do that, you indirectly causing division between young and old niggas. Ain't no difference between young and old niggas. It's only time. It's either you a lame or you not. It's either you with it or you not. It's either you understand or you don't. Period. Point blank. You understand? And when you speak about fashion and when you speak about what niggas is wearing today, let me just give you some game.
Bro's so triggered.
Timbs, Air Force Ones, Pelés.
This guy's breaking it down.
Averexes and all the things that you see people wear today. Those things was was made hot in this generation here. Those are the things that was made hot in the 80s and the 90s, and we made popular. So, like, leave niggas out of that. Like, you giving it your opinion, and my opinion to you is I think you built like a fucking a woman with 4 kids. Like, what are we really talking about? No. Let me talk.
Okay. It's like, let me talk. I want to diss him more. So yeah, Akademiks finally responded to this. And the thing is, and we're going to get to a bigger conversation here, because Akademiks responded and he said some things about, like, you guys don't get crazy after I say what I got to say. Because you can see homie was triggered, right? Like, he said, well, you know, he called him all kind of things. You look like a woman with kids. You're a freaking a jar of relish.
Relish is
right?
crazy.
So, you know, but I didn't play the whole clip, but I think he did say a little bit worse. Natural, I know you're like a chat nigga. Did he say anything worse?
I didn't see anything after that. So
okay.
I didn't see anything after that.
So I'm gonna play Big Ak and what his response is. I'm not gonna play the whole 6-minute clip, but we'll play a bit to see what Ak has to say about this.
I think he getting his jokes off like I got my jokes off. I think I'm funnier, so we could keep the jokes going. But yeah, I need to be like right now. I feel like LeBron tonight. LeBron dropped 8 points, man. Like, I'll get the dub, but the 8 points ain't gonna do it. I gotta drop 45. I gotta be out there like hooping niggas 45 with it. Feel me? Like right now, not 8 points is crazy. LeBron need to retire. Nah. I'm not dropping 8 right now. Like right now, I'm dropping like 20. I'm dropping 20 right now. But you need a 45 day. You need a 45 day to handle it. So like tomorrow's stream, I'm gonna see what mood I'm in. I'm gonna have the bottle ready. And I'm not even watching, like, I still ain't watch a full video. I want to watch it live tomorrow. And whatever that Hennessy or that, matter of fact, I'm going back to Hennessy for tomorrow. I haven't drank Hennessy in a while, but I'm going back to Hennessy for tomorrow. If the Hennessy says, man, roast these bitch ass niggas, I'm getting on their ass. That's a fact. But if it says, yo, man, you got your jokes off, it's funny, just crack some jokes, whatever. So, not tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to get him. Come on now. I got to keep spamming it.
That's the tomorrow. I got it tomorrow.
I got 30 days of content to get to. You know what I mean? Listen, one thing I'm going to tell Jim Jones and them. I want to put this out there because I'm glad
this guy took forever to get to it.
Put the mic down because y'all was wasting studio time, okay? And I'm glad y'all now in my realm. Now this is my realm, okay? I'm the Jay-Z of this. Y'all niggas, I don't think y'all were collectively that good at music anyway. So I don't know what y'all were in music, but when y'all in that talking internet realm, this is my realm, okay? I'm the Jay-Z, the Drake, and all of that wrapped in one.
Talk to him.
I think there's really no rules, but I think out of courtesy we should throw a few in the air. Now, I could take a joke. I want to let y'all know. I could take a joke. When I'm sparking y'all up, I don't want to hear nobody say they're trying to kidnap me, kill me, shoot me. Next time you see me, you're slapping me. That's all I'm going to say. Remember, this is my realm now. We fight with this thing, okay? I don't want nobody in their feelings. That's how. I want to keep it like that. So, welcome. It's all good. I like to welcome all the washed up rappers into my realm. It's all
washed
good.
Up rappers.
And by the way, I talked about y'all before to welcome y'all into my realm, okay? Because I do like to see, and there's content for everybody. And this is like no jokes right now. This is some real shit. Y'all know I don't hate on anybody, right? The reason why I do like seeing older rappers become podcasters, not only because music is it sucks right now. The reason is their audience is not my audience. And if you want the world of podcasting and broadcasting and comedy,
We love hip-hop.
but just content creation to grow, I've always told people, don't come to me hoping that I give you gangster perspectives. Go find a gangster and get that perspective from
Okay, we don't need all that now. Okay, so he responded and he said, don't come back after I go and, say my little jokes and whatever, and then turn it into a whole other thing. Like, yo, when I see you in the streets, da-da-da-da-da. I feel like he might be opening a bigger topic over there because a lot of old heads, and I'm speaking from the perspective of old head, because we're not so used to the internet and we have this code that we're always trying to upkeep and stuff like that, when we start getting into the content shit, we can say whatever we want, but when the mesquite content guy responds, watch when I see you. I've experienced this because people think I'm a mesquite. So when I say some shit, I get a DM back like, yeah, watch when I see you.
Yeah. I think the idea of reputation between generations has shifted. I think reputation, obviously it's still important, but I think for your generation, it was everything.
Yeah.
Whereas with our generation or the internet generation, we kind of see it as like a cycle. It's like, okay, you might take an L, but like in a few days, it's going to get over the news cycle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just trolling. It's just internet stuff.
Yeah.
But for you guys, like, oh, it's almost like everything is personal reputation.
Yeah.
So you guys think man should be able to say anything they want without any repercussions? And this is coming from someone that says anything they want.
I think they have the right to, but they also have to deal with the repercussions. But I feel like you should be able to say whatever you want.
I think you definitely can say whatever you want. But if a man wants to box you in your face for something you said, you know what I mean? I think that's completely valid as well, you know?
I agree.
Yes.
But like, should they be allowed to box you for just something you said? Because that's when it becomes assault. Your freedom of speech, unless it's hate speech, is protected.
And he said a bunch of shit on his pod too. I think that should be the thing. Like we're content creators. Like Ak said, he said, we on this now. Okay, get your jokes off. I get my jokes off, and we keep it moving. We elevate each other's platforms. But these guys, they might not take it like that way. If Ak gets crazy on the Henny, they're going to want to run up on him, fam.
Because what's a joke and what's not a joke? It's all jokes till it gets serious.
Well, he called them washed up rappers, right? They might be like, you called me a can of relish or a bottle of relish. Yeah. I can call you a washed up rapper. It's jokes, right?
Yeah. Well, like, I know that as artists, they're a little more sensitive around their art. So
that's true.
It's gonna be like, yo, what do you even do? You just an internet dude. You never did what we did. We're doing what you do. You can't do what I do.
I hate that.
No, but
you've heard that before.
I hate that so
But I could smoke them is like, with what I do, I'm one of the best. And what you did, you were not even close to being the best, excluding Fabulous. But Dave East, friggin' Maino, no.
Maino was good. They were all good though.
The best?
No, not the best.
You see, and I was about to say Maino, but then I'm thinking to myself, what if I bump into Maino?
But Maino's sick. Like, if any of us, like,
bro, what do you?
He had high haters and
the T-Pain, all the above. Yeah,
all the above was a banger, but that was because T-Pain.
And those weren't even like hits. You can't even call him a one-hit wonder. He had like 2 songs that like people know.
They're lukewarm hits. They weren't hot.
Jim Jones has Ballin', and that's it.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. I was trying to think of something else, but Ballin' he has other songs because Jim Jones is dope.
Ballin' is his only hit.
But Ballin' is his only
Davies doesn't even have any hits. He's lucky they called him for this.
Yeah, Dave might be like on a deficit compared to the
As
rest
you guys
of
could tell, I don't care to meet none of these niggas.
When you do meet them, if they see the clip though, they're going to be like, yo, I want to have problems with you because we're having our opinions on microphones and we're laughing. We're not like, fuck Davies, he sucks. We're just like, yo, man don't got no hits. Ha, ha, ha. But man can get super sensitive. Fam, it happens in Toronto all the time, fam. This is why sometimes when I bring up Toronto rappers and stuff like that, I have a hard time to like give my complete real opinion because mans want to run up on you, fam. And it's like, this is the game, bro. This mans are trying to give our real opinions. You want us to be fake?
Nah, I hear that. I just feel like even when we criticize in this manner or Akademiks, like we downplay how difficult it is to even reach Davey status or Maino status or Jim Jones. Like, we're like, you didn't have any hits. You guys were washed up, like blah, blah, blah. But it's like, it's kind of like talking ish about a bad NBA player. It's like that guy's still in the NBA and it's still like accomplished something that is impressive or like required some sort of skill, obviously luck as well, but like it takes a lot more than we're making it seem. But we can't lie and sit here and be like, yeah, they were the best in the game while they were in the game like that, but it's still not nothing. Like, it's still impressive what they did. The majority of humans cannot accomplish what those guys accomplished in the music industry.
But I was just saying, what I could say to them is what Ak does in his field is in the top 1%, and what they did in their fields was like the bottom 1%.
And he has more money than them.
No, technically. Okay, Ak is like in the top % of streamers, right? You look at the 99%, they're like random people streaming, right?
No, I'm talking about in the industry.
Like people who already are like C-list or something.
Yeah. You're in the hip-hop space. I would say the Akademiks is higher in the echelons than those guys at this point.
But he's also like in his prime right now, you would say.
Yes.
You know, like, so when these guys were in their prime,
you're saying Maino's prime is better than...
No.
I don't think Maino made accumulatively throughout his whole career as much as Ak makes in 1 year.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about money.
Maino's gonna fuck you up so bad.
No, but at their peaks, right? At Jim Jones's peak, at Dave East's peak.
At their peaks, they're like
B-list at least.
No, okay, at their peaks, the industry was taking 95% of their bread. You know what I mean? Like,
and I feel like you're being generous with B-list. And I just feel like every time I'm about to give my opinion, I'm like, I feel afraid.
Just say it, bro. In my opinion,
you're being generous with B-list. Because with a lot of those guys, if I'm going to be really honest, okay, they're kind of C-list.
All of them.
Celebrities.
I was talking about rappers, not like overall celebrities like DiCaprio. And
No. On the rapper tier, Maino, C-list. Fabulous, B-list.
Yeah.
Right? Dave East, C+.
Oh, I was going to give him a C-.
Oh my God.
I was going to give Fab B+. Plus.
Yeah. Yes, but like.
You're not giving no man's no D?
No letters. None of the letters.
But yeah, out of the four of them, they can accumulate to a B+ together.
Yeah, they all join forces on some
like a like a slaughterhouse type of group.
Yes. All right. I said something. It might sound a little bit mean. Don't beat me up later. But like, this is what it's saying. We're here potting. Act says whatever he's doing his streams or whatever. They do what they do now. They've joined the field. So you got to be able to dish it out and take it.
But wouldn't you say even if you were a C-list or B-list rapper, you are in the 1% of rappers?
Not in the industry.
I think in the industry, because like the majority of rappers don't even make it to that like tier. Like I
don't even think majority of rappers could consider themselves in the industry. Like just because you wrote a verse down, you're not in the industry, bro. Because you release a track on DistroKid, you're not in the industry.
Well, now you are. Like the moment you release a song on Spotify, you are technically
but those
published artist.
Those guys are like officially signed, multiple contracts.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
through
about.
The system type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Dave East he was signed to Def Jam for a long time.
Those guys can get into parties that we can never get in. So I'm talking about the people in those parties, like they're not like the highest in the room. They're like the lowest in the room.
Yeah.
I can hear what you're saying still. Like in a party with like Snoop Dogg, Eminem, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and then Maino's there.
If they go to an industry link-up event, you know, like.
Yeah. Maino's never been able to, like, this is the biggest that Maino's have been paused because media.
Exactly.
Right? He's on Angela Yee's show all the time too. He's like basically one of her co-hosts. So this has been able to give him the visibility that he needs that music never gave him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that this is going to amount to anything in the end of the day.
Nothing serious, but I think it's a good conversation to have because we like we were talking about earlier, like associating looks or clothing or fashion with age, right? I feel like we all do that subconsciously. Like if I saw like some like 70-year-old white dude rocking like
the backwards cap and stuff,
J's and free, but at the same time you're like, yo, you're swaggy still for like, because normally a 70-80-year-old you're gonna dress like a 70-80-year-old white dude. Oh, but you're wearing like a varsity jacket and a hoodie and like Tim's or whatever. It's respectable, but it will stand out. It will look out of place. So maybe that's what Akademiks is alluding to. It's like you guys rocking these clothes at your age.
Yeah,
it feels and looks out of place.
And I'll say in regard to the beef thing, like I feel like in the States it's a little easier for the streamers to get their stuff off because there's like 50 states in between certain men sometimes.
Yeah,
but like us in Toronto, like if we talk shit about a rapper, like the broski's right down the street, like he'll come, you know. So it's,
no, those guys are speaking from the perspective like Akademiks. He's speaking to the whole country.
Yeah,
right. Even though we speak to the whole country, we're technically also speaking to a lot of Toronto mainly.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So we're not a country competing with we're a city competing with a country basically.
Because like I say DL Nation and all that stuff, and like I see broski like more often than not, you know. I see the GTV mans, but like that's why I even kind of pick and choose who I kind of like make jokes with,
because you know you're gonna run into them.
Yeah, I've kind of like people who understand content, you know, like even Top5. Like I made the joke, but I feel like he kind of understands content a little bit.
Sometimes,
you know, hopefully
when he wants to. But yeah, man. Salute to Akademiks. Like, salute to Akademiks and Maino and them, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know why, but like I just support like the Maino's argument. Like I feel like people should be able to wear whatever they want as they get older, and I think, especially for someone like Akademiks, like okay, let's say like you're like
what's Maino's argument though? All he said was, "Yo, you're correlating clothing to age," and then he just started roasting him on his looks.
No, but he was saying like people who rock Air Force Ones now or like Tim's, like their generation made it popular.
But when he's saying our generation made it popular, they were like 20 and 30 when they made it popular. Like it wasn't 60-year-old mans rocking baggy jeans making it popular.
Yeah, but I feel like they're
in their 40s.
You know what I mean?
Or like tops 50s. I'm calling them 60-year-old man.
But like, okay, as someone, you know, you're 50.
Yes.
The taste that you develop from a fashion perspective when you're in your 20s and 30s, do you still find that influence? Like, are there particular shoes that no matter what, because like you used to rock with them when you were in your 20s and 30s, you could still rock with them today? Or like fits?
Yeah, like I'm very particular to hoodies, man. I'm still rocking hoodies. You know what I'm saying? Like I like me an Air Force One.
But that's casual.
That's calm,
no one's calling mans out for casual stuff. Okay. In our generation, we had the jerking era.
Yeah.
When mans were wearing skinny jeans, like all colors, orange skinny jeans, blue skinny jeans.
It's like bringing it back.
If like a 50-year-old, if you seen like a 56-year-old black man doing the skinny and the Dougie and shit with the backwards, it's like, bro, you look crazy, dog.
Yeah.
You're right, but that's because like I feel like certain things went out of style. Like,
but you can just be like, oh, yo, when I was 20 years old, we had this busted, fam.
Now you sound crazy.
You know what I mean?
What you mean, man? In the 2010s?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These were the bee's knees, man. Even American Apparel hoodies. Like, imagine you seen a man pull up with American Apparel hoodies, a JanSport, and like red skinnies. And you're like 2025.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's okay. The baggy clothes, it went away for a second, and then it went to skinny jeans or like more fitting clothes for a second, and that to me was dark times because not everybody's ready for all of that, right? But then when the baggy came back, we can say, yo, fam, you guys are doing what we were doing from time, bro. We were doing 4X t-shirts and all that. Now you guys are doing it. So instead of just throwing away our shit, just hold on to it because it's gonna come back.
No, but a lot of the mans that are like spinning back on their like older jeans, they adapted to skinny jeans when they were popular, and now they're kind of just following a trend.
And that's why they look crazy. That's why they look, because it's like, bro, every time I blink, like you're copying the YNs, fam. It's not like Brucey was consistently on his 2000s baggy swag. Like,
so okay, so you're saying at a certain age, cultural trends shouldn't influence your style? Like you gotta just stick with what you know after a certain point, or do you feel like you should be still aware of the fashion trends?
It could influence, but it shouldn't like be the wholehearted like copy type thing, you know? Like, cause me, I still sprinkle some of like what's going on now, but I don't know. I just feel like I dress like myself, and like no matter what's going on, like I'm gonna be dressing in my little quarter zips and my button ups and whatever, you know what I mean?
So, and last thing on this before we because we've been on this topic for a while. When you're 50 years old, what you're wearing right now, are you going to be okay wearing that at 50 years old?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that this is calm because I'm just wearing a hoodie, like some sweats basically, and then like some CDG chucks. So
okay.
So I feel like this is super calm. But I feel like the way I dress now, okay, I would say the way how I dressed when I was 20, I would never dress how I'm 50.
Okay.
But the way I dress now, like I'm 30, you know what I mean? So I'm in my mature bag. I'm a gentleman. I'm looking for a woman. You know?
So you could take that to 50, 60, 70. That's the look you're gonna go with. Unless, but you know.
But you know when I wear like the bell bottoms and like the super baggy, like
yeah.
I don't think I'd be sporting that when I'm 50 still. I don't think so. But when I wear like my trousers and like my polos, like I could see me 50, 60, still getting that off on my Silver Fox type.
Okay.
You know?
The casual stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
I hear that.
What about Zar? Okay, you're wearing a backwards cap right now.
Yeah, okay. I was just thinking about the cap.
Are you sporting a backwards cap when you're 60 trying to hide the baldness?
It depends on what I do. First of all, I'm not ashamed of being bald. Someone commented on a recent clip. It's like, I knew he was bald.
I seen that.
I liked it still. I was one of the 3 legs. I was like, bro. Okay, like what I'm wearing right now, okay, flannel, definitely I could still wear. He's like kind of like baggier pants, like maybe. Air Forces, I'd still be down to wear
but
them.
The Forces with the flannel and the backwards cap makes you seem like a skater in your 20s.
No, okay, this is the thing. The backwards cap,
that's what, you know.
That's what I gotta make the decision on. But I don't know, like, by then, will I have had my hair surgery? Will I be one of those white bald dudes that have my head tatted? Because I imagine myself when I'm 50, like I want to have all like my neck tatted, my hands tatted. So I'm gonna already look like a wild, like.
But interestingly enough, if you
and then
change,
you're gonna look like an old YN.
But if you change the hat, it changes the complete fit. Like if you're wearing like something with a brim, what are those hats that have the full brim around?
A bucket hat.
Not like a
fedora,
like a fedora type thing. If you had a fedora on right now, you would look, more mature. Or even if like a dad cap forward, then you would look more mature.
You know what's crazy? Like you could pull a fedora as you get older, but if you're young wearing a fedora, you look weird.
Facts.
But after a certain age, you look swagged out.
Facts.
Yeah, but I feel like that's just stereotypes right there. Like, okay, you're older, so you need to be wearing a fedora. Says who? Society?
It's not says who, it's just like what looks right and what doesn't look right. And I think that's determined by society, by like media, by just regular norms.
Yeah.
Because I know girls who said that like when older dudes have like really long hair or something, or like look juvenile, it throws them off. They're like, they prefer an older dude to like have shorter hair or be bald. But if you're younger, they might prefer you to have longer hair, for example.
Yeah. Hey, man, there's a lot of different boxes that everybody kind of just puts each other in. So,
and that's why, like, I feel like if you're a grown man at like 40, 50 plus, even me at 30, I'm starting to like give a F less. Even like when like people are like, oh, you're bald or like you're older. Like, I feel like I start to care less about what people think as I get older. And I think once you're 40, 50, that's like even more like increased, like
it should
twofold.
be.
So it's like the real definition of like someone who's grown. It's like, you're going to do your own thing. I'm not just going to dress like a 40, 50-year-old because I'm expected to. I'm a man. I can dress however I want.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the strength of Maino's argument is that like, bro, I'm grown. Like, I don't care what people say about what I wear.
Yeah.
But he did care a little.
He cared a lot. He cared a lot. Well, yeah, salute to Maino and Akademiks. I wanted to just point out something over here for our Toronto rappers over here. Lil Berete speaks on Toronto rappers.
Roll Ready Detailing, now open 7 days a week from 8 to 5 p.m. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, specializing in ceramic coating perpetual with warranty, PPF, tints, wraps, vinyl wraps, and hand car washes. Remember, we clean anything on wheels.
Roll ready, ready for the road.
All right. Wow. And I have a subtitle in here, but I'll get to it in a second.
I ain't heard that name in a minute.
And this is why I had that subtitle in there, right? And I'll reveal what the subtitle I have or what I have in brackets in a minute, okay? So Lil Berete, and this is courtesy of Six Trends, he calls out 100-band plan, K-Money. Let me put this up on the screen here. K-Money, Casper, TNG, and more in a long trade. So he was, I guess, doing like a, what do you call this? Like a question, a Q&A with his fans. And somebody asked, who can fuck with me? Is that what the FWN stands for?
Yeah.
Okay. And somebody put 100-band plan. He said, "Don't compare me to no new wave rapper. They're all babies compared to me. That's his debut. Was nowhere near what he's on. Or sorry, now my debut was nowhere what he's on. I just hope y'all not going to do him how y'all did every rapper. Lift him up and then try to find a reason to bring him down. The Toronto fans special." Okay?
I don't know if that was a compliment or
it's kind of like a backhand.
It was like a warning too.
It's like a CompuSalt.
Yeah.
Borderline threat.
Like a compliment insult, you know?
Yeah. And he speaks on Houdini. He said in 2019, he saw him in person in Vancouver. He shows love. He called K-Money a rat. He says, when they say tall up twin, he says, "Bro, respect me." All right, so I guess he's like, nah, not tall up twin. And he said, "Not my generation, Smoke Dog better" when it came to Casper. I want to go back to the first one here. This one here, what he says about 100-band plan. And the Toronto rapper or Toronto fan special. Okay, because at one point in time, Lil Berete was like on top of the world. He dropped the song Northside, Southside. Both of those songs have over 1 million views on YouTube. They were going crazy. People were fucking with him on a high level. And then that video came out of him like doing some sus things. You know what I'm saying? With like when he was a kid, like he was like under 13 doing stupid sus things with his friends. And then from when that came out, like the audience just tried to just kept on just dissing him. Little Britney, all types of shit. Other rappers jumped in, like, and it took his notoriety down. Other rappers have had this happen to them. Okay? What's up with this Toronto rappers and like there's gay shit that happens. I don't want to call it gay shit, but people consider it gay shit. But like, why would he get his career pushed down? But Top5, who had the bra video, they still use that. They try to use that against him, but he's fine.
You want to go or I can?
Because a lot of these artists are so entitled, they think that the ascension should be smooth. There's going to be no rocky road, no obstacles, or it's going to be smooth sailing from here all across the world, where it's like, no, bro. Like, literally, as soon as you get the spotlight, that's when the most mud is going to be thrown. That's when they're going to be, like the spotlight is literally on you, bro. So that's when they're going to be nitpicking the most. And I feel like the reason why it didn't affect Top5 as much is because you have to kind of wade the waters and you have to work through the storm.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, they get scared and they cower away. We're like, oh, everyone's roasted. I'm just going to leave the internet for 2 months, 3 months. Then now your wave's done. And then, like, you know?
Yeah. And I also think that, like, Top5 didn't only have that. He had the Subways video.
Yeah, they had a lot of things going on.
Yeah, and people still to this day, like, especially with this newfound extra popularity, all of the American guys will be like, yo, you the guy who got your ass kicked in the subway. Black 100 says that all the time.
Yeah.
But he's still been able to maintain like a high level of popularity. And Lil Berete, like, as soon as that one thing came out, and I feel there's other rappers who've had little things come out like that, and like they just pushed them to the side right away, fam.
Yeah, I feel like also with Lil Berete, like he was a legitimate artist, you know, musical.
Yeah.
Right?
Is
still.
Yeah.
He makes good music. Top5, whilst, you know, you can call him a rapper, he's also a content creator, streamer.
Yeah.
So I feel like because of that trolling aspect of him,
he could kind of fight against it.
He can fight against it. He can lean into it. He also did a lot of things in between to kind of like mask the perception, or like the things he did after that were more notorious. So people kind of like, eventually people got over it. And every now and then it might recirculate, but like he's done so much since then that it's not defining. Whereas I feel like with Berete, like when that happened, after that, like what did he do to kind of erase our memory or like supersede that last
He dropped the song with King
impression?
Von.
Well, you said he's a legit artist and stuff, right? Musical and all that stuff. Okay, being musical is only half the battle. You have to have business sense and stuff. Like, enough of these mans, they don't care about PR. They don't hire a PR manager, and they don't realize how important it is. Like, public relations, that creates the narrative that the world thinks about you, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
There's literal people that, like, whenever a crisis is going in, I have to call this one person because they could get it where, okay, the world doesn't think I'm a rapist. They just think that I was falsely accused.
Yeah, a good publicist will create a diversion for you.
Like Karen Civil. She's one of those people where, like, you call, like, when Wayne was going through his case, he called Karen Civil or whatever. Like, and then she will tap you in certain publications where they could kind of change the tide for you and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of these artists, you know, like the narrative starts to go a certain way, and then they don't know how to change the tide or kind of like change people's mind about certain things.
Yeah, because there was, and before you go, Zar, there was times when he was trying to fight it when it first came out, right? And I feel bad saying like came out because like a lot of these guys have just like little stupid videos when they were kids. But when that video first surfaced, he was fighting it, but like he was trying to fight it with songs and like, you know, maybe crashing it on IG every once in a while type shit. Like he didn't have a strategic, this is how I'm gonna, you know, make people forget about this.
Yeah, and he addressed it with you, right? In your interview?
Yes.
But that was already years after.
3-4 years after.
I'm just trying to think of like which way he could have spun the story or dealt with it where he would have got back in good graces with the audience. Like, how should he have handled it? Should he have just taken the funny route and just like, bro, we were kids, like, blah, 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 blah. Like he tried to do the music response and people weren't really trying to hear it like that.
Not everybody hears your music. Everybody follows the story, but not everybody's listening to the songs themselves. They're like, there's a lot of people who just follow the story and don't listen to none of these guys' tunes.
Hold on, what was the video?
Wasn't it the one where like they like swiped a debit card like through someone's ass crack?
Oh my God. I don't know if that was if that's
was
what
that
it
them
was.
or is that someone else?
That might have been somebody else. But I think it was
Don't
something.
put that on him, bro. Don't put that on
It was something sus looking, like these guys were like slapping each other's ass or something stupid, and like a bunch of like young kids in the room. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
crazy.
But like,
but it's not the end of the world.
No, it isn't, fam. And it's like, and I'm not condoning it, but it's stupid little kid shit. Like when you're a bunch of your friends and you're like, yeah, like Czar, as the resident white guy here, like, you know, you guys do like a lot of like white guy, like, you know, she can draw a dick on your face. Like,
no, I'm not that white still. I always
it's not the caker whites, but you know the caker whites.
Yeah, like I used to look at those whites like y'all are crazy. Cause for me, like I still have that sense of shame where it's like, bro, why y'all slapping each other's asses? Like, especially like in gym class, like afterwards, like cause I went to like, I would say a predominantly white school, but it was pretty mixed at the same time. And the hockey boys in the locker room, that's where they got comfortable. And that's when bare asses were getting slapped. People were whipping shirts at man's asses and shit. Like,
come here, bitch. Let's go, man.
Looking fucking cute today, but
but like, it's not only like Toronto artists that get clipped for dumb stuff. Because even if you look at Pop Hunter, that Corvette, you, okay, he didn't even snitch. Basically, I think like his brother or whatever got smoked, and then like he was like 13 at the time. So then, like, he just told officers what happened. I think it was like 8 or 9 at the time. So then, like, years later, when he dropped that song, people pulled up his paperwork. And they're like, "Oh, you told officers what happened when your brother got smoked."
Yeah, I think in America, it's the snitching that pretty much will crash you, right?
At least that was it, not anymore.
And it doesn't completely crash you.
Yeah.
But like any of like old school sus videos when you're a kid, I don't know. I haven't heard of any rappers who have any in America, but like if they did, it didn't really affect their career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a Playboy Cardi, I'm sure he has some videos when as a kid looking like doing some fire.
Because they understand PR. Like America knows how to dress up a situation and navigate out of it. Because even Eminem, remember when Benzino? When Benzino exposed the tracks where Eminem is saying the N-word and being like racially charged about a black girlfriend, somehow he was able to get out of that situation where if he didn't have Paul Rosenberg or like whatever infrastructure they had, Jimmy Iovine, he could have easily got canceled forever for that. But for some reason, I don't know what PR they did, but black people like either forgot about it or they allowed Eminem.
Bro, look at Diddy. Like his whole career is like doing PR to spin things.
Proper PR is important.
Did you see that Diddy remix on a 50 Cent track where he was like, I did it. Did he do it? Did he? What did he say? He was like, my lawyer cleared it or something.
Yeah, on the I Get Money remix.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But I think Lil Berete, he got pushed to the side unfairly. Because he's to me, one of the best people making music in the city.
Yeah,
out of those young guys, like he makes amazing music.
When you say, okay, what's fair in this music industry? You know what I mean? Like not.
Nah, fam. Like the fans just going crazy. Like, oh, we don't want to. We don't need to listen to what you're doing. Like what? Because of one stupid little video from back in the days, bro. Like I've accomplished so much, and I'm making fire music. Who cares about that, bro?
I feel like the audience decides, bro. If the audience. You don't know. You can't, like, what are you going to do? You're going to tell the audience that you can't force the audience to do something. You know what I mean? Like,
I just feel like the audience is ignorant for that, bro.
I don't think it's ignorance because I think at the end of the day, like when we consume music, we're not just listening to like an isolated piece of music.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, the aura of the artist is implicit, right? So it's like you run a Vibes Cartel track, Vibes Cartel, respected artist. So that increases people's reception to the music, right?
Yeah.
6ix9ine, back in the day, he had that aura. It's like, it was crazy Mexican blood. People were rocking with it. Then he became a snitch. Same song.
Yeah.
Now you don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
it feels different.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Because like even with R. Kelly and all these different people, amazing music from back in the day, songs that they wrote for other people, but now when people hear it, they're like, I don't know.
And then like, if the last image I have of you is like swiping a credit cards through a man's
That's
thing.
not what they did.
Okay,
But
okay.
Someone, the other Toronto rapper did that.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if that's the last image of you, then like, every time I play your track, I'm just gonna be thinking of that. Then like,
swipe.
you have to do something else to like change the last image. You know, like
yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Well, listen, man, salute to Lil Berete. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing. I think that to me, like he can get another resurgence.
Is he still dropping music?
Yeah. Like he dropped music this year, but not as much as he usually would.
I know it sounds random, but I didn't realize Bugs dropped a track this year.
Dropped the whole album.
Dropped an album June.
Yeah. He dropped it right before he came out of jail.
Yeah, but like people weren't really talking about
Actually,
it.
I don't think he's out of jail.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought he was.
You should have.
No. You know what? I think I said that the other day, like maybe about a month ago on the pod. He hit me up. He said, that's fake news.
He's like, no, I'm still in here, brother.
Yeah. So
he's like, I wish.
I wish, brother.
Salute to Boogs, man. That's salute to the whole Toronto rap scene over here. Speaking of Toronto rap, Pressa dropped a new album. That's what I was playing some Pressa in the beginning. We'll get into a quick new music segment. Press Machine 2.
Damn, I did not know this was coming out.
Also a Muslim now.
Yeah. He's converted to Islam.
Aren't Muslims not supposed to consume music?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I didn't say he was a good Muslim.
So yeah, the album has, and I'll pull it up on the screen for the people to see.
Like
here.
your natural associated.
There's 14 songs on here. There's not a lot of features. All right. Let me see. Y'all want to hear some? Let me play a couple of tunes off of this. Let's play Juma.
The artwork is sick.
Yeah.
You know what Juma means? Friday.
Mother? Oh, Friday.
Jeez.
Oh yeah. Hey, see? Good pick.
We love hip hop. We love hip hop.
Pretty fire, so.
Yeah, that's not bad right there. I like that. Let's see, product launching. What's the main one that's off of this? You know?
What's the most viewed?
This is the one I'm playing right now, product launching.
I could see some rippers dancing to this.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do one more here. Tough decisions. So, my question, because I feel like Pressa, he's not been able to get back to like the level where he was, let's say 2019, 2018 times, right? And this is when he just signed to Sony, like the attachments times. And we could maybe take a page from Joe Budden and them for a second, like the Fix My Business type of segment. What can Pressa do to get into the top rapper conversation, not just in Canada? He's already in Canada. He got it locked, okay?
You think so? Because we didn't mention him in the top rappers this year.
Yeah. So maybe even for Canada as well.
You know what I mean? I didn't even know what his album was. I was going to say, like, did he roll out this album? Like,
me personally, like, based on also the politics or like the political implications of playing Pressa, like, I feel like he plateaued in the city, maybe even in the country. Like, obviously they rock with him, especially OT, but like, I'm thinking from a practical DJ perspective, it's not easy to just play a Pressa song unless you know for sure, like, okay, these guys rock with, you know, Pressa's camp or whatever, you know? So
yeah.
I don't think that like there's anything else he could do to shatter that perception of like the political aspect or like the criminal aspect that's attached to him within the city.
Bro, when Canada Goose came out, it doesn't matter where you were, it was ringing off, bro.
Yeah, that was then. Yeah.
So like,
but since then,
regardless of any affiliations, like, you know what I mean? So I don't want to say, oh, just drop a banger, but like, okay, he has this album, he didn't roll out, or at least not that I've seen. He didn't go sit anywhere. I'm not even saying come sit with We Love Hip Hop, but there's so many like platforms he could go to kind of like push awareness to his stuff.
Yeah.
Even content creators he could link up with. The man like crashed Neon Stream, Beer Times to talk about Top 5 instead of talk about his album. You know what I mean? So I just feel like
Yeah, but at the same time, and there was a stream that they did when they were playing music, the One Neon stream. But I feel like they didn't have the appointment. So it's like, what can I do in the short space of time to get a clip out of this? I can't tell you, oh, check out my new music. Okay, bring up top 5. We'll get a clip.
I hear that.
So that's the roll up for the album. Oh, let me stream snipe Neon of all. It's not even like the top, like Waysuit Neon.
No, he could have done like a serious press tour. No pun intended. But he should have done a press tour of just going to different pods. But going back to what you said about Canada Goose, like in that era, it was cool to play Toronto music from anywhere in Toronto. Like I feel like
not
there
anywhere.
were some parts where it's like, yo, don't run. But like in a general like environment.
Okay, I'm saying like them times you could go to an apartment 200 and you're hearing them.
Exactly.
So like they don't have no tunes where mans are playing at Liberty in apartment 200 Draco like
anymore.
Exactly.
That's what but I feel like that's because of the perception attached to him. Like I don't think it's because of the songs
bro.
not being enjoyable. I
if
think
Pressa
it's like
had a banger right now, mans are running it, bro.
The whole city?
Yes.
It has to have, and I have to agree a little bit with what Zara's saying. It has to have no political implications because even with attachments, right? Great song, but like he's talking about certain man's names.
But
in
that
the
was
song.
when I say apartment 200, I'm saying like mans aren't going there on a politics thing. So DJs are just spinning anything. The only time I seen politics at apartment 200 is when a man is played Not Like Us. There were some OVO mans there. But every other like Toronto songs from any other part of Toronto were spinning off in there. Like whether it be Griselda Blanco or like Black Challenger, like it doesn't matter. Oh, because he's from Vern, we're not gonna run it. Like it's apartment 200 where pure white hipster yo are, you know?
Yeah. And I feel like back in the day, like those general audiences, they didn't really care or they weren't aware of like political ties of all these rappers. They were just like, yo, this is good. Toronto rap is on a wave. This song is good. But I think now that time has passed and if we've seen so much like tragedy attached with the scene that like I feel like the music to an extent can plateau for someone like Pressa where like he's already certified in Toronto as like one of our like good rappers that made it, right?
So it's
like
over?
where else do you go? But
So it's over?
I wouldn't say it's over. I just think he plateaued in the city.
But you just said there's nothing else he could do.
In the city. You got to expand. You got to just focus on other markets because I feel like you already maximize the Toronto scene or the Toronto market for what it's going to give you.
And in America, he's known, but he hasn't completely blown up in America. Like he has bare affiliations. Enough rappers link with him. There was just a video of Bundog gifting Lil Baby something the other day. Like all of the rappers all know Pressa. Everybody connects with them, but like he still hasn't. He's not on the level of a Lil Baby over there.
But a Drake feature with Pressa that could change things locally as well as globally. But I think just like a regular Pressa song.
But Smiley had a Drake feature this year.
2 of them.
I heard Tumaza. I heard Tumaza a lot. Like I heard it
a lot.
I heard it quite a bit. Yeah, I heard it.
Okay, no, you don't count because
not even at the outside the strip club.
Okay, excluding the strip because that one shorty, she just dances to it every time.
Yeah, she does. Shout out her.
So yo,
she don't even dance to it anymore.
I
heard it 3 times a night. But like even outside, like I've heard it a little bit. Like
I've never heard Tumaza outside that strip club, bro. I'm not even capping. Like in a party setting.
That's crazy.
I've heard What I Miss though. I'm not gonna.
What I Miss you'll hear now. Like you'll hear regularly.
That's insane. And I don't want to we're not going to make it a Smiley topic, but like that Smiley got a second Drake feature and that song didn't hit, bro. We got to be honest. The song didn't hit.
It didn't hit.
It hit for some people still.
Yo, Zar, bro. Take the cape off.
I'm not cape. I have no reason to lie about like the perception of the song. Like I would see people like jamming to the song, like especially like Toronto mans and stuff. Like when that song would come on, like they would rate it.
It didn't have the same impact as Over the Top.
Definitely not.
Bro.
Definitely not.
Over
It was underwhelming. It was underwhelming compared to Over the Top.
Yeah.
I feel like when you have to add stipulations like, oh, it hit for some people, or like it hit in a certain market, it's like, all right, it didn't hit, but like for it to hit, like it has to be like undisputable. Like
okay, I'll say this: it didn't miss. Like it wasn't like the biggest hit, but it wasn't a trash song that no one cared about. Like people were listening to it. Probably has bare streams.
If I'm a label and I invest in the Drake feature or whatever, if Drake gave it to him for free, then whatever. But I still think it was a miss, bro.
For a Drake
if I'm rolling my album out on a Drake feature, and like that's the reception it gets, then I think that's a miss.
Yeah, you would expect more impact. You'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, this is all a Drake feature with You Did. Like, you should have more.
So I'm gonna be able to help you guys with this this debate over here. Let me pull this up on the screen. Tumaza has 14,071,000 streams.
It's his second most popular song.
Yes. But Over the Top has 198 million streams on it.
Okay, but how many years has that been out?
It's been out for way more years. But we also have to keep in mind, it's not doing the same amount of streams back then that it is now. So most of those streams probably came from back then.
And it just kind of plateaued and just been steadily.
Let's say I'll even give it be generous. Maybe it got 120,000, 120 million back then, and then over a space of the years that it's been out now, got the additional like 7 or 70.
That was also on a Drake album, right?
No, it was on
just
Smiley's.
A single? Oh, just on Smiley's. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
See,
guess
like that's a stark difference, bro. Like
that is.
and out of that 14 million, that's like Drake's audience, bro. Because look at the rest of Smiley's tracks. Are any of them over 1 million?
Not that I see like without a feature on Spotify. No, I think there's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple.
What's this?
9
Fashion Week with Sad Boy. Body from back in the days. See, Body stuff. Body.
Okay, so Body
from before he got signed.
So that's his breakout song, and then the rest of his songs that have over 1 million are features.
Yeah. Okay, this is a Pressa topic.
My bad.
Pressa with a Drake feature, it would be the first one. It would be like his Over the Top.
That would go because the song that leaked, that went crazy.
Yeah. But and last thing on Pressa with that Drake feature, it leaked. Now, if people were to release it, let's say January, as an official single, will it have the same impact because it already leaked and there's a lot of versions out there that you can listen to that's pretty clean now?
I think so because, like, yes, it did leak, but like the world didn't hear it. It wasn't premiered to the world, you know. There's pure like even the Kanye song "Hurricane" with The Weeknd and all that stuff. Like, there's like 6 different versions of that leak, bro. But the official version that came out on the album is still like God level. So it was still received by the world like, okay, this is, you know, top tier. So
yeah,
I feel like even if they go, maybe they add another feature on it, they tweak this, blah blah blah. They could drop that
and drop a video to it too. That'll help. Well, maybe because I don't think people care about videos anymore, but it will help a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, salute to Pressa. You know what I'm saying?
Weren't they supposed to film the video at STC and then Drake just said forget it?
We ain't gonna talk about old shit, nigga. Nigga, I was bringing up old shit. But yeah, big salute to Pressa. Press Machine 2 in stores right now, or in your phone right now. Okay, I got a story that's a little bit strange here. Okay, Lil Yachty got paid $100,000 for 10 minutes. I want to take a quick second to give a big shout out to Grabba, some of the hottest Grabba in the GTA. You can get Grabba shakers as well as hot Grabba leaf in different flavors like red herring and red rose. They got delivery within the GTA and they got some really cool apparel for sale. If you want to get your hands on that Grabba, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, grabba.ca, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer.
Fire.
Of what?
So he performed at a college football game, and now the school's like, where the fuck you get $100,000 to pay this guy, fam? Like, yo, I'll go on. Like, what are you guys doing with our money? So I'm gonna play this news story here, and this story's not new. It's like maybe about a week ago. I found it interesting. I'm like, damn.
Is Sacramento State prioritizing athletics over academics? Well, it's been the buzz on campus all semester long since that infamous post-football game performance has started raising questions there. Your reporter covering Sacramento County, Tori Apodaca, is getting answers on just how much one of those concerts costs.
We've been asking for weeks, but it took a public records request to get the answer. It cost Sacramento State $100,000
We love
Lil
hip hop.
Berete to perform here. That's according to this contract. What do students think about the price tag?
I feel like it's kind of crazy.
I'm not that surprised. It makes it feel like education's secondary.
The concert that was cut short because of bad behavior after the Sac State football game in October has been the center of scrutiny since. A 10-minute performance that we now know cost $100,000.
It makes us look good, but at the same time, it makes us look like we don't know what we're doing.
We've been trying to speak with Sac State President Dr. Luke Wood for the past 6 weeks about this. But we're told he hasn't been available to sit down with us. He held a town hall 2 weeks ago, but many students weren't satisfied with his answers.
Tell us why we're paying for them.
A spokesperson with the university says none of the money for the concerts
What's
came
wrong
from
with these youths?
tuition. Instead, they were funded from a pool of money that's specifically set aside for student programming and entertainment, something they say over 400 students asked for in a survey out of a student population of over 31,000.
I think students have been really advocating for a lot of other changes around the university, that $100,000 could go a long way towards.
Students are feeling the financial pressure with a 6% tuition hike over the next few years, plus the new live on campus requirement for underclassmen starting next fall.
What?
All while the CSU board approved a pay raise for the president.
Watch
to
how
make
you-
over $50 million.
It looks like
Showing your posing
the check cleared.
Students have questions for him.
What did you value whenever you were a student here at Sac State?
Okay, I think we got enough. You guys get the point.
I'm just gonna say all these kids look mad unathletic. You know what I mean? So of course they feel that way. But why is education secondary? Because education's not bringing the bread. Like that's an American school, right?
Yes.
Sacramento.
Sacramento, yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
football out there. Okay, they have a saying that football replaced Jesus, in the sense of like if a football game is happening at the same time as church, man, them are skipping church to watch the football game. Football in America,
Big deal.
super big deal, fam. So I know that football is probably generating 90% of the revenue for that school.
Yeah, one of those games right there, just sold out in the whatever little stadium, not even little stadium, the stadiums that they use for these games.
Like these high schools have stadiums, bro.
And this is a university.
And that's, bro, even crazier. It's a state university, so you know it's mud.
Yeah. They probably have televised games on NBC, all type of shit.
And then the head of the math club's talking, there's other places we could put the 100,000. Fam, just go buy your own calculator, dog.
But you guys don't see any problems with them spending 100 racks on Lil Yachty, bro, on a performance?
No.
They did a survey. The youth them said they wanted it.
400.
It said battery pack. I'm not sure which one. Okay, but
400 of them, fam. Out of 31,000 kids in the school, fam.
More people should have participated in the survey. You know what I mean? You sent out an email.
And yo, like, it's not like these universities are down bad and they squandered their last $100,000. They wouldn't have booked him for $100,000 if they didn't have like millions at their disposal.
You're a DJ. You know when these corporate, like when these schools or any of these like corporations link you, you're upcharging. When my family links me or when like I get to you links me to DJ, yeah, I'm gonna bless you.
Discount.
But as soon as I see collegiate, institute, corporation, any of them type of people are linking me, the $1,000 I was gonna charge, no, it's 15.
You're banging them in the head.
It's 15. So the 60 bands or 70 bands that Yachty probably charge, it's 100.
Yeah, they probably wrote it off. Like it's money that they can claim on taxes. Plus, they said they didn't use any of the tuition money from the students. So the students can't even be pissed. Even if they did use tuition money, it's like what, $3 a kid?
Facts.
You know?
And like look at York the other day. York brought Shensia or whatever, and that was lit, bro.
How much did they pay for Shensia, bro? She probably cost at least 50 racks.
I can see that.
Shensia's like
can see that.
at the top of her game right now, fam. She's not 10 racks. I think it would even be an insult, bro.
Oh no, 10 racks not. No.
Yeah.
You know what's like this unspoken thing in all universities, even Canadian universities. So obviously a part of your tuition goes to a student union.
Yeah.
Those guys make sure that you get your agendas. They run certain programs. They do events, right?
Bring Shensia.
They also are paid salary workers.
Oh.
So when I was at UFT Scarborough, like our student union, like those guys are making 40, 50 bands a year working in the office as a student.
40, 50 bands?
Yes.
What?
Yes. It's like a full-time salary. You're like the president of the student union. You can misappropriate or misallocate funds so easily because...
No, I was about to say, like, I have a Shotty or whatever that was in the student union.
Shotty.
And yo, show this like, okay, yeah, we're booking you as the DJ. And then she would just pay me absorbent amounts. I'm like, yo, this doesn't even make sense. But she's like, yo, just break me off a little something. So like they're probably doing that with like everything that like all the contracts that they give out. It's kind of like what Doug Ford and them do with the government contracts. Like,
yeah. And they're not complete, like they're adults, obviously, but they're still very young adults handling this money, bro.
Yeah, and then you know what would happen is because all these people, they want to protect their salaries. So now when the next year comes along and there's elections and stuff, there's like, how do I explain, like influence, or like you're expected to behave a certain way, or like the power structure that's in place is going to either like graft you in or like see if you can kind of fit in their program, because you need people who are also going to be corrupt. If you're corrupt, you need people who are also going to participate in the corruption.
You don't want a whistleblower.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ryerson got booked for this. Like they found thousands of dollars of student funds misappropriated by their student union.
Yeah.
So like this is common.
Yeah.
And I think they probably made more than $100,000 off the football game and the people watching the concert.
Yes.
Like, money is not an issue. These guys charge like 100 bands a year per student. Like,
yeah. But that shouldn't be what you're using as your profit margin. I'm sorry, not the 100 bands off of your tuition. You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
It should just be only strictly football game, sponsorships, all that type of stuff that's around it. Because that's enough money from that alone. You don't need to go into the youth's tuition so that you could bring Lil Yachty and friggin' Offset to the friggin' college,
but
bro.
they had a pool that they used for like entertainment.
Yes, but they also had a vote of 400 people out of 31,000 who was down with it, bro.
But look at all the people that were there. Obviously, this was like a big job for the university.
Yeah, and I'm sure it wasn't only people from the university. You know that friggin' Lil Yachty's performing in your town. You don't have to go to the university. You're gonna want to go see the concert, period.
Yeah, I just don't know why anyone would be upset. It's not your money. It's not your $100,000 from your bank account.
Magic wanted like they took the money out of the tuition and gave it straight to Yachty.
Yeah, like you still have an assignment due next week, bro.
Yeah. When I went to, did you go to your Frosh week?
Yeah.
Did you have any special performers?
We did.
Who did you have?
Lupe Fiasco.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, fam, I didn't get enough. I didn't get far enough in like post-secondary education. And it was way back in the days when I was going to Dawson College in Montreal.
So we went to Dawson's Creek.
They didn't give us none of that shit, bro. You got to see Lupe Fiasco just to go to college, bro.
Was it fire?
He was good, man. Like obviously it was like tail end of his career. But like
still.
I rated, and you know what? We had like a lot of Muslims. So you know Lupe Fiasco's Muslim. So like, words I never said, or like, you know, like that rang off. But it was I was happy as a Frosh guy that I get to see Lupe Fiasco, one of my favorite rappers.
You went to UFT?
Yeah.
So UFT got the bag, eh?
Not even like Drake and Future performed for Ryerson.
Oh yeah.
Like
when I went, we had Major Lazer. I went to
Major Lazer.
Yeah, I went to York though, Glendon College by York University.
And York is all. I remember seeing a statistic years ago that York was one of the top. Actually, I think it was like the #1 party school for a while.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like it.
There's a club in York. There's a whole club in there.
Yeah, that's true. I was on the Glendon campus though, so like that's the one right by Drake's crib.
That's the weak French one.
Yeah, it's like all French on campus type shit.
Yeah, imagine like you go to school and there's like a lineup for the club at next to the food court, bro. Like that's a super idiot thing, bro.
And clubbing.
I would say for that age, like as long as you could discipline yourself, it's good for interaction with like the opposite sex and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and at least everyone could stay on campus rather than going to like some random pub where now there's like 40, 50, 60-year-old mans hitting on like the 19, 20-year-old girl, you know?
Yeah, I liked university parties for that reason. It was kind of like everyone was on the same page of
Facts.
like, I actually want to find someone in this university type thing,
Facts.
you know? Like,
yeah.
It wasn't like the girls were like trying to find sugar daddies. Like they were trying to find a second-year university
There's like
student.
no outside influence still.
Yeah.
If there is, it'll probably stand out right away. Like, what are you doing in here with the gray beard, buddy?
And funny enough, on Glendon, it was 80% women, 20% men. And out of the men,
that's a crazy stat.
Crazy, bro. And out of the men, like half of them were gay. So me, that's why I always have
so 80 to 10.
Bro. That's why I have so many shorty stories, fam. Because like it was like easy pickings, fam.
Oh, Lee, that's like Survivor, bro.
Fact.
I don't know what to call that, bro. You're just swimming through the gal, bro. What the fuck?
The Snoo Island, dog.
Oh man.
So man, if any students are listening in high school or whatever, and you're thinking of a school to go to, you know what I mean? If you want to go to Glendon, that's like a little advertisement right
York
there.
it up, right?
Nah,
there.
yo, if you want to go to university and you're listening to this and you're young and don't.
Facts,
Yeah,
though,
save your
facts.
money.
Save
Unless
your
you
bread.
want to be a doctor for real or a dentist or like you really want one of those professional careers, if you're just gonna do a BA or
Yeah, if you're doing business or psychology,
do not go,
Yeah.
bro.
If you're doing it to make your parents happy, tell them to just give you the bread so you can go buy some cameras to start your YouTube channel.
Facts.
Or something.
Yeah, real talk.
That's what you really want to do. So just tell them, give me the money, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, salute to Sacramento University, I guess.
Lil Yachty.
And Lil
Salute
Yachty for
Yachty.
getting that bag, bro.
It's like $10,000 every word. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. Technically, like literally. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I got one more story for us here. I'm gonna save house police have to shoot you for another day.
What?
I think I know which day you're gonna save that.
I'll
for.
save that for my live stream. Or actually, I could save that for our next episode. Hold
Tune
on.
in to find out.
Yeah, that needs a sound effect right there. We're getting mysterious. Okay, so TTC lady driver arrested for self-defense stabbing. All right, so just to give you guys some quick a quick premise of what happened here. TTC driver, she's in the friggin', she's doing her thing. She gets into an altercation with a man, stabs the youth.
She stabbed him first.
Yes. Youth comes back, he leaves, comes back, stabs her. He gets arrested a few weeks ago. Now, maybe 3-4 days ago from when we're filming this, they picked her up now too.
This is while she was on the job?
Yes.
Like on the bus?
I don't know if she was on the bus or at a station.
She was like an operator type thing. So she was at the station.
Yeah.
Oh, she couldn't even leave.
So, yes.
But I feel like, okay, let me go last because I don't think my take is going to be appreciated.
Yeah, there's an ad that's running here, but like, I think it was not Danforth Station because Danforth Station, they had...
Danforth Go?
No, it was
Dawnlands?
it was the Go. It was the Go.
No, there was a shooting
Hold on.
there. There was a shooting at Danforth Go.
Okay.
TTC employee.
Let's play it here.
Like Danforth Station.
An
That's not a
update
thing.
on a story from last month after a TTC employee was stabbed at Dundas Station. That same employee
Dundas
now
Station, my
facing
bad.
assault charges in connection with the altercation. Officers say the female employee and a male customer got into a verbal altercation that then turned physical near the fare wickets inside the station around 1 p.m. on November 26th. It's alleged the employee stabbed the man with a knife first. The two parties were then separated, but the customer returned and this time stabbed the employee. Both were taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The customer was previously charged in the incident, while the TTC worker, 40-year-old Rochelle Tucker, was arrested yesterday. She's facing 5 charges, including carrying a concealed weapon and obstructing police.
Ooh, he's about to get a bag.
Who? The victim? Well, I don't know who's the victim
The
here.
guy, the guy who
Yeah.
did the initial stabbing.
You're on
the
the
second
job.
stabbing.
You're on your corporate job, and you stab me first after a verbal altercation.
Millions.
That's the lawsuit.
They got to
still.
settle ASAP. She got to sue. Or he got to sue, sorry.
But fam, like, what if she felt that she was in danger?
Call the authorities. Call like the appropriate authorities to deal with that. Isn't that what they want us to do? Call the police?
Yeah, but like, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt that the man's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch. You know, maybe he was trying to drop or
Okay,
something.
Friday. You've worked a corporate job before.
Mhm.
If somebody comes in belligerent, are you able to just back out your thing and stab them? Like
no.
And that's not the TTC Metrolinx. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like $1 billion corporation type thing. Like
Yeah. Any store you go into, if one of the workers stabs you, you're up, bro. Like I don't
even
care
if you're
it's free-
stealing, like if you're fully stealing, they still can't even do that.
Even Freedom Mobile, like
Yeah.
Stitches, Old Navy, I don't care where you're at, bro. Like you're a worker and you stab me on the job.
I'm just trying to give her like maybe some benefit of the doubt for her self-defense.
Okay, you guys don't take public transit, bro. And I know people that actually work as drivers and stuff. Most of these drivers, They have stink attitude. They don't business about the public, fam. So even if you're trying to ask them a little question, oh, blah, 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 blah. It's like, fam, like, yo, you're a public servant and you don't even want to serve the public. Like, so I don't want to say they bring it upon themselves, but enough times they be starting the altercation. Like, yo, she has a knife on her.
Yeah.
Like, what is her mindset?
No, her mindset might be, I work for the TTC where I see crazy shit every day. I've gotten into a couple of altercations myself and I didn't have anything to defend myself. Now I'm going to be ready for these guys.
I agree with that. And if she was being attacked first and then she like, you know, defended herself doing that, that's different.
Yeah.
But if they were just in a verbal altercation and she initiated the
Fam,
violence.
just saying that she stabbed him first. So like, the reason why I'm saying what's her mindset is like, okay, she had it ready. You know what I mean? Like she brought it to work. So I just feel like she was just waiting to use it on a man.
She brought it and she cocked the shit. Right?
She was itching.
You know what I mean?
Itching.
She's like, yo, like you guys are roasting me every day. Like because yo, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes like the train be delayed, all this next stuff, and then they be getting cussed out, you know? So she's probably like, yo, I'm tired of these guys cussing me out. Or next person that cusses me out is catching a shivins.
She had a I wish a nigga would moment.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? Like if you got stabbed by a TTC worker while they were on the job, like you're gonna go stab them back. You're not gonna like try to get this huge bag.
It depends because we're talking about from the perspective of like law-abiding citizens type shit, right? This guy might not be one of those type of people. He might be like, I ain't gonna snitch. I'm gonna go handle it in the streets. So I'm gonna go get my knife from wherever or go get a knife and go stab her back.
And I don't even think, oh, crazy people are on the train, so have a knife. I don't think that's a valid excuse. Like you work for the city. The city been supposed to implement things to reduce the amount of like mental illness, crash outs.
Yeah, but I gotta push back a little bit. Pause. If I'm working in the TTC, bro, I'm holding something, bro. That's why I wouldn't do it. Because I gotta hold something, bro.
And also, like, bro, you go into any store, they have security. You don't got no security like around the station.
No, not enough.
Didn't they just invest another $1 million or whatever in the law enforcement officers or whatever?
They'd had to because there's not enough protection. And like, okay, you're cool up there on the upper level. As soon as you go downstairs to the lower level for the train, there's barely any security in a lot of situations.
They'd be investing in fare inspectors.
But protection from what though? Because normally they're behind the box, like they're glass sealed, like no one could get to them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's when they want to come outside the box. It's because like if a man jumps over, yo, stay in your box, stay in your lane, fam. No, come outside the box and paging me for jumping over. That's when you get boxed. And then, oh, there's an assault in the TTC today. Like, you know what I mean?
See,
like,
that's you right there. You jump over the turnstile. Shorty jumps from behind the freaking glass and says, "What are you doing?" Right? You start talking crazy to her.
And then she stabs me?
She stabs you, fam. Like, I didn't know what you were... I thought you were going to lunge at me, fam.
Yo, but that does happen because one time, I put the change in the box or whatever, right? I'm going down to the train. Oh, you didn't put your full fare in. I'm like, are you crazy? I just put like a two... Like normally I don't, but this time I was feeling like a law-abiding.
Yeah.
So I can't feel it. Like, how you man didn't put the full thing in? So then the man's trying to page me on it. So I'm like, yo, do you know that for sure, or are you assuming? He's like, oh, I'm assuming you didn't do it. So I'm like, hey, I'm a nice guy, so I'm not gonna page you on that. But some people are literally mad where it's like, yo, because I'm black, you're gonna assume I didn't pay my full fare, and then they'll make a whole problem out of it.
Yeah, Maino don't stab you now.
You know what I mean? Like some mans will actually make problems out of it. So I feel like.
Yeah. And the fact that the guy came back and stabbed her, like you mentioned before, Czar, that doesn't help his case.
It doesn't still.
If he just like, I know like, you know, going to the police, whatever, stigma, but if he just reported that properly and clean, bro, the TTC probably would have settled out of court.
Facts.
Maybe he wouldn't have even pressed criminal charges. He would have just been like, yo, I'm suing the TTC because your worker stabbed me. Okay, yo, here's 500,000. Like, let's just throw it out. You know, like.
Keep in mind, he got arrested first, and then they doubled back and arrested her.
So he snitched.
No, like
he was gonna snitch anyways.
Yeah, possibly, but he was like looked at as the aggressor.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe like they looked at the footage.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why did they arrest him like weeks before her? So like, what was going on in that altercation where they felt that they needed to arrest him first?
Well, he probably said, "Oh, she saw me," and he's like, "Oh yeah, sure, buddy, you're crazy, you're crazy."
yeah.
And then after review, they're like, "Okay, low-key, he was right."
You know what's crazy though? Like, she stabbed him, he came back and stabbed her, and then like either she or someone else called the police. You know, like, but imagine you stab someone, when they come and stab you back, then you're gonna like go to the police. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's a wild case here.
And what
man.
type of stabbing are we talking about? Like where? Like
Probably
is it
a
a
slice.
Yeah, you know.
They said it was like
Slice.
non-life-threatening injuries.
probably a
So
slice.
So okay,
Yeah.
so what do you think should be the appropriate punishments based on our understanding of the justice system here in Ontario,
Mhm.
and you know the element of who provoked who first? What do you think the charges will be?
I think that she should not get any time.
Nah, that's aggravated assault, dog.
I'm defending myself, fam. I work in a
Defending
crazy
yourself from
environment.
words.
You can actually like get at the TTC. Like, how do you allow your workers to have concealed weapons?
That's a problem. Yes.
You should like
Yes.
that's on their own like guidelines. You know.
Yeah, and like it's illegal just to have one. Period. Whether you work for the TTC or not, like mans can't just walk around with a knife and be like, "Oh, well, fam, it's just a knife." Like, no, it's illegal.
So even if like you're not doing anything with it, just possession of a like one of those like switchblades or whatever.
It depends on the length, and might be old school information, so don't quote me on this. I think it depends on the length of the blade.
Okay.
I think back in the days, like if it was longer than like a 5-inch or 3-inch blade or some shit like that, then like you cannot legally be having that on you. But like if you have like a short, whatever, like switchblade or whatever, you might need it to like cut some rope or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know you're giving them a lot of bail and like self-defense and stuff. But as someone that takes the public transit, I would say 85% of these drivers deserve to get boxed down still. Yo, sometimes, bro, the man will be there at the stop. He will see you sprinting full, and then the man will look at you as he's driving away and stuff. Like, yo, they be getting, bro.
I think they get a sick pleasure out of that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what's crazy? When I was younger, I felt like TTC workers, they enjoyed their job. It was like part of their role as a public servant to like greet you, be nice, like be ready to answer any questions. Now they're all like,
which I do understand because like there do be a lot of buckets in the system.
Yes.
But I feel like, yo, take that out on like your bot. Like, don't take that out on the innocent people because, yo, we have to deal with the buckets too, fam. It's not only you. Like, at least you're protected, like in your little box.
It's not only buckets, fam.
It's youths, bro.
The youths come on there. 3-4 youths walk on. 2 of them pay. The other 2 are like, "Yeah, get out of here. What you gonna do?" You know, or they all pay. Go sit in the back. Make bare noise. Ball up.
Ball up is crazy.
You never are balling up on that.
Yo, fam. I seen it the other day. Not the other day.
But it's kids, bro. These are like, everywhere you go. Like kids are gonna be kids. You know.
So I
like,
gotta deal with this all day, fam. I'm gonna.
Okay, so then
I'm gonna be strips in my mouth every time I see another customer, fam.
Yeah, but every customer, like, okay, I feel like if you're annoyed, like when you see another like elderly male or whatever, don't take it out on them too, because they're annoyed by the youths and the buckets as well. Like, like the good people, don't take it out on the good people. You know?
True say.
You know what it's like? It's like a nurse who works in a retirement home, but like she hates old people.
Type thing.
It's like, why do you even have this job? Like, if you're not trying to like do that element of the job, which is like, spread positive energy, maybe, I don't know. Like,
see, like I would be able to do that job if I could ball up, but I know they won't let me ball up before I drive the bus. So like,
and you can't even go on your break and be like, "I'll be right back when I go get my Timmies," and then smoke. And then you're sitting in the front of the bus just smelling harsh of weed and grabba to be like, "I don't know if I don't want to be driving with this bus driver."
Yeah.
But salute to the bus drivers because they do have a tough job. Even any TTC worker.
Yeah.
That's putting the cape back on.
No, but in this situation, like she should not have stabbed him.
Yeah.
Shout out to my homie though. He is a TTC bus driver. That's
yeah,
why.
I do know some
Me
TTC
too.
drivers, you know. So, but
and they all got stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I feel like the bad apples ruin it because for every 10 drivers, only 2 of them will actually greet you and treat you like a real nigga. The rest of them are just doing their job and trying to clock out.
You're gonna get desensitized to that job. Like the hours they work is crazy. It's like a repetitive job. You're put in positions where like your life could be threatened sometimes, or uncomfortable positions. So it's like, I get why like you'd probably disassociate after a couple of years of doing that. You're probably like, you don't even want to say hi to the person coming on the bus.
And like as a public servant, they don't get the respect as other public servants. Like firemen,
Or the police.
They're like, now police are halfway respected, halfway,
True.
But I feel like firemen are like upper echelon. Like no one says anything bad about them.
Yeah.
Even,
all love for the firemen.
Yeah. But firemen, it's interesting because like they are necessary, especially when you need them. But sometimes when you don't, like sometimes they just be chilling.
There's aura firemen all the time.
They just be lifting weights, bro. Like a lot of them are bodybuilders on the side. They're just doing roids.
Yeah.
They're in the fire hall freaking doing chest press.
No, I know this for sure because I had a studio, and for the people who've been to that studio, you know where I'm talking about, on Adelaide Street, right across from the fire station. And I used to see man just sitting there and just sitting on the little bench out there, and gal would come see them, fam. Like, yo, beer gal, because there's Adelaide in the little club district around there, right?
Yeah.
Beer gal would come see them, fam. Take pictures with them. I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Because it's one of those jobs that are just like super respected worldwide. It's like, oh, yo, you leave the building once a month to save people from like grease fires and stuff.
Save me.
In a weird way, like the perception is that like every day these guys are stopping fires. And like every day there's this massive fire and they're saving a kid and a dog and a cat. And like we have this image of them as these like heroic figures, but like in reality, like they're going to a lot of like ambulance calls. They're doing a lot of like when schools do the fire alarm tests, they're driving there, you know what I'm saying? Sirens blazing. Like
they're probably spending more time on Instagram than anything.
There's a building like they're doing trying to like certify the fire system in the building. So they got to go there. Now there's the next building they got to go to.
Okay, yo, Lil Berete, whoever does the PR for the fire people or whatever, try to find that person and then you're back where you need to be still.
See, you be planning over
But
here.
it is one of those jobs that like universally girls will be like, yeah, like that's an attractive career to have, interestingly enough.
Yes, but the cops also get that too.
Nah.
Really?
Enough girls love cops, bro.
Even like,
it's 50-50.
Not,
it's 50-50.
Do you think there are like hood chicks that go for cops, or it's only like,
yes,
really?
But more on the low.
I think like even the girls that do respect the job, they're like, oh, but he could like pass any day. Like anytime he goes outside, like.
But that's part of the element they like, that danger. It's like, I don't know if he's coming home tonight.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's eating donuts.
And he has a gun.
You are legally allowed to have a gun as an officer. And I think though, like when it comes to like non-law abiding citizens, I don't see them like going for cops, bro.
I think white girls like cops.
Yeah, I think most shorties are like, okay, I can't ball up like around him, or like I can't like the little things that I do.
Can't bring him around. Like,
yeah, you know what? Let me take that back, because the white girls I'm thinking about do mad yayo, and they probably wouldn't want a cop boyfriend either. Yeah.
But some cops be doing yayo too.
This is also true. But listen, man, I don't know who to salute in this situation. Salute to
both of them, because like, like they had a real knife fight in Dundas Station.
Salute to TMU Station.
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
Yeah. I think we could wrap it for the day.
Damn,
for the day.
2.5 hours. That's like a Lord of the Rings movie.
I know, right? Listen, bro, it's not no Joe Button podcast, bro. The man's be 3
and a
hours,
half.
40 minutes.
Those are the best, though. You know what I mean? Because like when you're working and you just need something like some background to keep you going.
Bro, sometimes I look at that and I'm like, you guys are obnoxious. And then I end up listening to the whole thing. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.